Okay, have a safe flight.
Thank you. I'm off for Tulsa, Oklahoma.
24 hours till Tulsa. That's what Gene Pitney said. Look what happened to him.
Oh, we don't want to go there.
No.
How you doing today?
I'm here because George is sick.
Ah.
See, if George weren't out sick, I'd be out sick. I'd like the flu. But I got my sugar-free Sepicools here all goosed up.
Yeah, those are good, those.
Are they?
Yeah.
Not really.
I take sugar fleas.
Sugar fleas?
Yeah, sugar fleas. I take sugar-free, but not Sepicools. It's the other brand. I can't even think right now. I got to get out of here. How you doing? All right? You got the flu? You have the flu?
Well, a little. I've had it for a few days. You know, that's why I had the sore shoulder and the neck and the sore throat. But it'll, it runs its course.
It's just I'm just over mine, so I get to go on an airplane, probably catch it back again.
Right, and of course, whatever I don't have now, I'll probably catch this afternoon. You know where? Because we got the Marlins and the Cubs.
Oh yeah.
45. We got a 15-minute early exit. So, just like you, I'll be exiting real fast, right out the door.
I'll be able to talk to you tomorrow from Tulsa.
Excellent. Well, that'll be a first.
Yes.
First crossover in history on this station from Tulsa. Next Tuesday, by the way, 11:30 in the morning, you want to be sure and be listening. The ratings are going to be coming out.
Oh.
Nobody told me that. I had to look it up on the internets.
11:30 Tuesday.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll be around for that.
Yeah, you'll be there. Well, unless you get Joyce between now and then.
Yeah, well, I have a 2 o'clock flight that day for Louisville.
Do you really?
Yeah, maybe I'll stay there. Depending on the numbers.
Huh. Well, wait a minute. Well, what does that mean? So you're going to be doing your shows from Louisville on Wednesday and Thursday? Or
no,
what?
I'm not working next. I am working, but I have the draw show next Wednesday and Friday, the Oaks, and got a lot of work up
so
there.
So who's going to be doing the morning show?
Well, we don't know yet. Different people.
You aren't going to believe this. It says on the schedule, I'm looking at it today, this is the first time I've seen this. Now I'm having a relapse. After the Marlin-Cub game, it says 2:20 to 5:50, which, might not last that long. So let's assume the game ended at 5.
Yeah.
Till 10, he got...
5 hours of Geldie?
Yeah. Good time to adjust your radios, folks. Well, listen, have a safe trip. I don't want to hold you up. I know you got to fly out the door.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah, well, one of these days.
Okay.
I have QAM allergies is what it is.
Well, you're going to be here till you're 100.
That's it. Yeah, why not renew, Why not keep renewing that deal?
Why not? It's a good deal.
Keep Clarabelle his job,
All right.
Okay, see you in Tulsa.
Yeah,
look up some good delis for us all.
Yeah, right. On my way.
Be sure on Friday to stop in Shul.
See you.
Say a little prayer. See you.
The views expressed on the previous programs are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and do not reflect those of the Beasley Broadcast Group, its staff, advertisers, or agencies.
Sports Radio 560, WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
You ferry. Ricky Williams said goodbye to football. Oh, Ricky, how can you do this? I want to stroke your legs and sniff your crack with my greasy nose.
Rectum.
Would you rather smoke a spliff? Now I'm pulling up my flight for the season. You dashed my hopes of manly bliss. Tears well up in my eyes for no apparent reason as I bust another dish. There's no AC in my trailer, and then I find you're no longer here. You validate my life as a failure and broke the hearts of all the sports queers. I don't want to fantasize about another job. It's your toes I want in my mouth on behalf of undersized lads who like sport hole radio. Don't leave us like this. Now only Shaq's funds we can kick.
Rectum.
10:02 at 560 WQAM. Happy Wednesday, April 26th. Marlins look to make it 5-14 today. See, I told you yesterday 5-13, and you laughed at me.
No, I did not. I just corrected you.
I was just getting ahead of myself.
There you go.
Not that one-sided, though. It was only 3-1 yesterday. Am I correct about that? I didn't see any of it, but I...
Yeah, you were, but they
always
always
check
lose.
out that score, and today it could be 5-14. Who pitched yesterday?
Dontrell.
So, in other words, see, when they lose when Dontrell pitches, that's like a double win.
That's when you know.
That's when you know that things are looking really grim, because those are the games you're supposed to win, like 1 out of every 5, which still...
Yeah.
1 out of 5 isn't very good.
Not going to get you too far.
1 out of 5, do the math on that, is about 34 wins. They'll do a little better than that. Not much, but a little bit. They're 5-13, man. But they're going to play the Cubs at Wrigley Field today, and I'm sure the Cubs are licking their chops. Marlins on deck at 1:45. We got out of here 15 minutes early. None too soon. But why couldn't it be like 11:45 would be good, huh? That would be perfect.
I like that idea of going by Central Time.
Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, it's 11. Well, no, what do you mean by that?
Well, we'll get out of here at 12:45.
Going to Central Time starting when it gets to be that time.
Right.
So the game is at 1:20 instead of 2:20. Well, it is at 1:20, but that's Chicago time. Always liked Chicago a lot. Oh, you know that story we had yesterday about the standing room only seats on the plane?
Yeah.
How they were going to strap people to the wall or something like that?
Which is ridiculous, yeah.
Well, Airbus called it
crap.
That's exactly the word they used. The New York Times reported that Airbus has quietly pitched the standing room only option to Asian carriers, though none have yet agreed to it. But a spokesman for Airbus flatly denied the report yesterday, going so far as to call it
crap.
How do you like that? I wonder if Joyce heard that, huh? He called it crap, Joyce. How do you like that, honey? Crap. Our passengers and customers want more and more comfort, said Barbara Kraft, a spokeswoman for the European aircraft maker. We're going in the direction of more comfort, not in that direction. In other words, not strapping people up to the wall. Although I think some of the people I've seen on planes ought to be strapped to the wall. The paper, quoting experts who had said and seen a proposal, reported that if the standing room option is used, passengers would be propped against a padded backboard held in place with a harness and whipped heavily by Brad Kramer. To call it a seat would be misleading, Volker Mellert, a physics professor at Oldenburg University in Germany, told the paper. Mellert has done research on an airline seat comfort and has seen the design according to the Times report. He could be reached for comment. The paper said that the use of standing room would allow the new A380 double-decker jet that Airbus is in the process of introducing to hold up to 853 passengers compared to 500 if they were given traditional seats. But they said it's a bunch of crap. Can you imagine 853 people on a plane, all the diseases you can catch on that baby?
Yeah.
As it is now, just from the bad air, the lack of circulation of the crappy air on planes, you're probably going to have a scratchy throat and a cold, a flu, all of these maladies.
Things.
But boy, 853.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that mean that 300 people would be
strapped?
Strapped?
Yeah. Well, maybe they couldn't afford first class if they were a little strapped for cash. At any rate, I'm definitely not going to be talking for 4 hours or even 3 hours and 45 minutes. George had some nerve. Didn't I predict yesterday he would call in sick today?
Yeah, you did.
I knew he was working up to that right at a time. And I haven't been sick in about 3 years anyway. Haven't missed a single day sick in, I think, about 3 years.
I don't know about that, but yeah, you know.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
I have many sick days coming. WQAM sick line. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Pally?
Okay.
I was trying to call you yesterday to tell you about the high-definition DVDs and the high-definition DVD players. They're already out, bro.
It's
out? I saw this weekend Best Buy.
Oh, brother.
They're about $450 for the
the price is no object to a big shooter like me. I could win that in half an hour at Woodbine today.
I know. All right, Pally.
So, well, wait a minute. You got one?
No. It's too pricey yet. I'm going to wait a couple months.
That's a full tank of gas.
Correct. No.
Okay.
Oof, crazy.
Thanks for the info, pal. So they're out. You can go over to Best Buy or Worth Buy or any of those joints.
Will you be picking one up tomorrow?
No, not today. Today I got to go win the money to go buy one.
That's right.
I got to win 450. Then I got to win enough money to buy the HD DVDs, and I can probably buy all of them that are going to be out. I haven't seen any of them. I'm not really so sure that those are really in the stores yet, the actual HD DVDs.
Yeah, so what a scam. So now you got to rebuy all your DVDs?
Oh, yeah, everything that I got. You ought to see how many I got. I got zillions of DVDs, as you know.
Yeah.
And now I got to go out, like you said, and rebuy all new ones. Well, I don't think so. Only the movies I really like.
Like
trying to think of which one I would really want to have in HD, you know? Like there was one, I think, called The Swimmer. Well, I don't want to go into that. Well, you see all all the definition there. Here's the poll result from yesterday, and we're either going to take a lot of calls or I'm going to play a heavy-duty triple shot Wednesday. Remember we used to do that thing? I don't think you were on the show.
Oh, yeah, all bit Wednesdays? Come on now.
No, not all bit Wednesdays, the 1 to 2 hour. We never did all bit Wednesdays.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Get out of here, boy. Although, now that you mention it, what an idea. Oh! Yeah. Sorry, welcome to our new program director, Josh Cortes. We already got, the same first name. And that other one. Oh, brother. Is he still there, or is he out doing...
Oh, yeah, he was here.
Is he doing UN...
he actually he piled on the Howie's breakfast order this morning.
He piled on, huh?
George wasn't here, so we figured he'd
Wouldn't
fill
be
in.
the first time. We asked yesterday what country represents the world's greatest threat today. If I sound like mush-mouthed, it's because I got my... What are these? I was going to say certs. I threw the thing away. What are they?
I don't know. I got my Halls.
Oh, here it is. My SEPA call. I'm sorry. I haven't had these in years. Remember the original yellow ones? Probably not. Before you were born. Well, they still make those.
I've always been a Halls guy.
Yeah, but I can't eat those. You want to know why?
Why?
I like those too because the vapors open up your sinus and everything. I like those a lot.
Yeah, that's
and
why.
They taste better than this crap. But the regular Halls are loaded with sugar.
Well, these are sugar-free.
You wait a minute.
Okay.
And you eat them like candy, so that if you have diabetes like I do, your blood sugar goes skyrocketing. These are supposed to be sugar-free, but I noticed last night that these also have a negatory impact. They send your blood sugar up a little bit, not like so. And these also have like sorbitol, but it's the last ingredient. So I'm thinking I'm just going to squeeze my cheeks real tight till 1:45.
I'm sure you'll have to.
And the Hall's sugar-free, sans sucrose, those have lots of sorbitol. Or maltitol, or all of these things. All of those things. I mentioned that yesterday.
Well, then I'll be squeezing my cheeks.
That I felt a little. No, I don't think you have that irritable bowel situation like some of us old farts. But man, oh man, I ate a whole pack of those just like they were candy,
Yeah.
And I got home just in the nick of time, man. It was one of those deals where you walked in the door and you ran. You didn't walk. You walked into your door. Probably, I think I even left the key in the door. Ran to the magic room. I mean, made a beeline. Wow, I was in there a lot. Let's put it that way. I don't want to get too graphic and get Joyce all bent out of shape with all that excretory activity discussion. I was in there a lot, excreting a lot. So the Halls leaves me. I have no choices there. See what I'm saying?
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, not half as sorry as I am because these taste like crap.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're like medicinal tasting. Even the cherry ones that I got here now. But you think cherry would be, it's not a bad flavor.
Right.
But not good. What country represents the world's greatest threat today? We had 1,788 votes. Quite a few, as a matter of fact. Let's see. Are we going to do our 1,000 today? We might. Because I didn't put this on there till late last night. I forgot about it.
Yeah, we'll get to 1,000.
Are we? 530 we got so far. 500 and...
530, man.
530 on today's. I got tomorrow's all set. I already got it over there to Eric, so I don't want to tell you what it is yet. What country represents the world's greatest threat today? USA, 780. Man, 44% of you said USA. USA, right. Hey, by the way, Tony Snow is the new press secretary. Like, that's a bulletin. Fox News. I'm surprised you didn't make it, what's his name, Bill O'Reilly. Or Sean Hannity. He could just do revolving Fox News anchors. Or Britt Hume. There's another right-wing jackass. Iran, 285. China, 258. North Korea, 181. Saudi Arabia, 104. That should be much higher. In fact, as you're filling up your gas tank, curse the Saudis. Do you know how much gas is in Venezuela?
No, I don't.
12 cents a gallon.
Is that right?
That is correct. 12 cents a gallon in Venezuela. Hugo's taking good care of his own people.
I'll have to head down there.
Head to a Caracas. I hate this poll, 56. Israel, 41. Canada, 38. Definitely a great threat. We got a lot of nukes. We got Stephen Harper. He's pretty much of a threat. Wouldn't let them take photographs of the ceremonies with the 4 soldiers. They just brought the bodies back from Afghanistan over the weekend, picking a page out of the George Bush songbook. So they got a right-wing extremist here, too. So maybe Canada will become dangerous. 38. Probably all that pot and all and fags. Iraq, 25. Pakistan, 16. And India, only 4. I think India is a lot more dangerous than you realize. They're taking all those jobs. That's where they're outsourcing all the jobs. When you get those pain-in-the-ass phone calls, those solicitation calls, a lot of those are coming from India. Did you know that?
Well, screw them.
Exactly. Screw you first. If you can get by that curry smell. Some of the people from India are very beautiful looking, but when you get closer, ooh, man, I think I'll go find somebody else to carouse with. Now, not all the Indian people have curry smell. I can't believe you said that. What? You've never even met any people from India, I'll bet.
Maybe once.
Have you?
I can't remember, but...
No, you never met any people. We don't have any India people in South Florida. Very few. We have Indians, but that's American Indians who are busy, with them phony gambling deals and all those cancer sticks, getting even with the white man. I still can't believe people keep trying to explain the way those machines work at the Indians. I just... What are you people thinking about? I mean, you're all whipped up because your friend put in one coin and got 10 grand or something, which is...
And I still plan on... Yeah, I told you, when they have the real slot machines, I'll go play for like 20 minutes.
Well, you got to go to the Indians. Oh, and I forgot to ask Hank again. Don't let me forget tomorrow. George, I'm sure George will be out all week. What are you laughing
when
about?
The slots are coming in?
I want to know when those slots are coming in so I can plan my next trip down there. I'm not coming down there unless I can go lose some money. Hey, if you think you have termites in your home, you better call our good friends at Riddick Pest Control today because the termite season is officially underway. They'll give you a free termite inspection, then you can find out whether you got them and they can do something about it or maybe not, get a little peace of mind. Riddick Pest Control uses that amazing orange oil treatment that kills termites and their eggs 100% on contact. They're gone faster than you can say Todd Records is useless as a fourth arm. If you have termites, it's the best possible way to get rid of them. You don't have to tent your home, no worrying about poisonous gas, no moving out or hotel stays, no worrying about food or pets in your health. Because at Riddick, they treat your home with this amazing orange oil. You don't have to leave it all. When they're done treating your property, the only thing left behind is the clean set of oranges for a few days. You'll be walking all around the house, sniffing and healing like crazy. It's a mahaya. It's true. If you have a termite problem, call Riddick Pest Control right now and find out about their amazing orange oil treatment that kills termites and termite eggs 100% on contact and contract. No tenting, no kidding. Call right now for a free no-obligation inspection, 1-800-447-4348. 1-800-447-4348. Don't forget to tell them that Todd Dreck told you to call. 1-800-447-4348.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
I wouldn't believe a word Neil said if his tongue was notarized.
Short Hole Radio 560 WQAM presents two broadcast dynamos, Geldie and Wenny.
Hey, everybody, it's Geldie. Joining me on the show today is none other than the Prince of Pipes, Wenny Martin. On over here, sit close to me, Wenny. There we go.
Wow.
Huh?
The boy the elevator.
We're stuck in the elevator.
Yeah, and I got quite a property there.
Gloucester Gardens.
I was scared. Good thing I'm big and tall.
How'd you get out of there?
Well, the corridor, there was a quality monitor. You can see it on there. Look, watch it. That was me.
Okay. Wow, you are big and strong.
Yeah, but I'm bigger and stronger than you.
I work out like Jackie Wilson, baby. Work out, baby. Come on, baby, work out.
Oh, I kick your ass. Want to see?
You ain't got nothing on me, pal.
Here. Oh, I thought Mo was bad.
Yeah, he was. Anyway, here's the schedule. We got Marlins on deck coming up 1:45, and then the Marlins at the Cubs 2:20. After the ball game, we got Geldie for hours and hours and hours till 10 o'clock tonight. What did I tell you? This seems to be the new QM format based on the fact that his boyfriends are making out the schedule every day. I could be just, imagining that, but that's what it looks like to me. We got Geldie.
Up the butt.
Yeah. Till 10 o'clock, Eddie K at the 10, which I'm sure the audience will be long gone by then. 574 votes on today's poll. What best describes most of South Florida residents? And this is good for, the people listening to this show because they get a real good cross-section of South Florida by listening.
Yeah.
Brain dead. That is the correct answer, 195, beating all the others hands down your pants. Speaking of hands down your pants, I just started sucking on one of these Seepic holes again.
Is that right?
And I dropped it. Well, in other words, I was like doing too many things at once and sort of like slipped out of my mouth and right down into my boxer shorts.
Oh.
Talk about candy in the crevice. But at any rate, I recovered it. Brain dead 195, illegals 98, Average 75. Boy, what a compliment that is. Average my ass. Insane 58. Rejects 52. Losers 35. I see a lot of similarity between those two. Ostriches 33 with their heads buried. Well, that's the good thing when you got a lot of sand like we do in Florida. Have your head very deep in it. 33. And fine Americans only 28. 28. Only 28 fine Americans and the rest brain dead. So what do you expect me to do about it, huh? Am I going to, wave a magic wand and make miracles or something? Can't do it. Can't do it, Pally. As a matter of fact, here's living proof. Here's line 9, QAM. Oh, man, he's moving it around today. Nice going there. Smecko. Nice glasses, by the way. Did you ever see him? Who? Oh, that's right. You said you've seen him at the Marlin games. Gilbert.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
You've seen it.
I have. Sorry
I got news for you, man. The price of eyeglasses today, it's always good to have a spare pair with the Coke bottle, Cut the bottom out of a Coke bottle. Couple of them. Dolphins running back Ricky Williams lost his appeal of a fourth violation of the NFL substance abuse policy, will be suspended for 1 year. Oh! A source told the Herald last night that's bad news for the Dolphins and bad news for you if you don't make that deal with Sonny. Williams was informed by the NFL yesterday he had appealed the violation, and they said, go smoke a big fat one, baby. You're out. You're out, Tom. I'm disappointed with the decision, but I respect it, Williams said in a statement released by the Dolphins. I'm proud of my association with the NFL and look forward to returning to the Dolphins in 2007. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, he's got a lifetime contract like Boyd Gary did at IOD. Like they want me to have at QAM. Now, I see. Read your comments. Look at this. I'm starting to believe the NFL is looking for marijuana over, hard stuff. This is getting ridiculous. This is not over. Let's take it to the streets. Ricky does not, yada, yada. I'm looking at the comments on this story in the Herald.
Let's have a Ricky blog.
Get over it, okay? No Ricky Ticky in the streets. Nothing's going to change it. He's out, okay? He is out. Although I would say that the loss of Adam Vinatieri to the Patriots is much more devastating than the loss of Ricky Williams to the Dolphins. They weren't going anywhere anyhow.
Well, now without Ricky, they can't win that Super Bowl.
That's right. They were right on the verge of that Super Bowl. We're smelling it. Can't you smell it? We're talking Super Bowl because it's the... Oh, yeah. I've been hearing that year after year after year. They're at the bowl, all right. They're at the same bowl that a lot of other teams are at. They're at the toilet bowl, puking their guts out. Speaking of, nice game by Tampa last night, by the way, against Ottawa, losing 8-4 right there in Tampa. Nice job. 5, 6, 7. Now, either we're going to take a whole lot of calls, because I do have somewhat of a pile here, including Molly Ivan. She's got a good column. That column about the 10 worst corporations in America, it's very, very long. It's on our website. And if you think I'm reading that, you're dreaming. Even if I had my voice, I wouldn't be dreaming doing that. BP, Delphi, ExxonMobil, DuPont, Ford, Halliburton, KPMG, Roche, Suez, and W.R. Grace. Those are the 10 worst corporations. The article goes on 8 million words. So read it and weep. ExxonMobil. I think we ought to boycott them. As a matter of fact, Beeville, Texas. Oh, don't you love that name? Beeville. B-E-V-I-L-L-E. Beeville. Probably home of the killer bees. Texans don't like to be messed with, especially in this rugged South Texas county not far from some of the state's major independence battlefields. So it was only a matter of time before B County Judge Jimmy Martinez said somebody had to stand up to tackle a national epidemic striking at the heart and pockets of local residents, rising gas prices.
Oh, my God.
This week, B County became the first in the state, possibly in the country, to pass a resolution asking motorists to boycott fuel pumps beginning next Monday. Just boycott them. Don't buy gas. Just stay home or walk a lot. It's good for you. Hop on a bicycle. Get you one of them mopeds.
I'll just start walking to work.
Well, you can get one of them. One of those we talked about a couple of weeks ago. The things the kids have now. The shoes with the what do they call those?
Oh, they call them what the hell is the name?
They got those little rolly things to them.
Yeah.
Rolling papers. County elected officials. What are they? Healy's, that's right. Glenn Healy and Mary Healy and Peter Lind Hayes. The American people are tired, Martinez said. What we did was simply take action instead of complaining. We're offering our residents a beacon of hope. Yeah, hope rhymes with dope. Idiot. The median annual income here is about two-thirds the state average of almost $40,000. Many can't even afford to travel to nearby hospitals for treatment. There are a bunch of schleppers there, and they're going to pay this $3 a gallon for gas? No way. So if you want to protest, make a beeline for Beeville, Texas, and join the crowd. Join a big protest. That guy that called yesterday, the other guy that called was correct. It's all over the internet now. That's the new scam. Boycott ExxonMobil, and what was the other one? There was one other one. Look, that's going to drive the gas prices down. Right. You get all this crap on the internet. You know, the internet's very fascinating, very interesting, but it's loaded with crap. You know, like the guy at Airbus said, loaded with crap. 591. I think you're right. I think we got a very positive chance. 592. Look at the way they're coming in here. I can't even keep up with it. We got that 1,000 within our sight. 593. See, instead of doing the break, I'm just going to keep refreshing it. And as long as it's stuck at 593.
This is Neil Rogers.
We're going to let up the ball game.
This is 560.
They're beautiful.
Well, congratulations. Get a life.
Goodbye, McClellan. Now your feet are gelling. Shuffle back to Texas, get your big lion back, and crawl back inside your mommy's ass. You're the debris of us, it's bad. Go on a date with Gannon. He can be your lover, soldier man, or as we understand, you prefer a mini skirt or slip-on. Flying day after day, playing the same game, defending the insane, a willing tool for the Bush White House criminal fools. You didn't blow as good as snow, so you got to go. Go dream about the good old days on your rocking chair, like a mass of meaningless flesh.
Oh, that's the Pope there with those designer sunglasses and his nice red shoes. He's a real fashion plate, this Nazi Pope.
The Pope with the
that's
designer
sunglasses? That's showing
sunglasses?
there on CNN about the Pope being a fashion plate. Seen wearing designer sunglasses. People are dying, innocent people by the thousands, and they're worried about the Pope and what kind of sunglasses he's wearing. You are crazy is what you are. But nevertheless, 617 votes on the poll. I think you're right. I think we got that 1,000 licked, even with the early exit today, like about 10:45.
That's right.
Okay, I was going to take this. Never fails. Any day when you feel like death warmed over, and where the hell's the phone action here, huh? Even the crazy people aren't on there yet.
Not
567, huh?
Not yet.
Not yet. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless lines. Need a lot of calls today, man. Between now, we got 3 hours to kill, 3 hours and 12 minutes, but who's counting? Until that big Marlin pregame show. Any interest in that, by the way?
No.
Oh.
Come on now.
Is that game going to be on TV?
I don't know.
Oh. A lot of times when we have these, I really don't know. And really don't care, to be honest with you. I wouldn't watch it if you paid me by the pitch. But I'm sure we're going to have a tremendous tune-in audience for those 5 and 13 Marlins, man. They ought to be paying us to carry those games. That's the part of this whole deal that's pathetic. Instead of losing zillions of dollars on the Marlins this year, they ought to be paying us by the inning to carry that crap. David, I hate to break the news to you. Nobody cares about your Marlins. Nobody cares. And then, of course, then they hype it up. They give away some stupid-ass bobblehead doll. And see, that's the one thing about South Florida. Even if it's an event they don't care about, like a hockey game, they'll all show up if they're giving something away free. Bunch of schnorrs. I should have put that on the poll, too, but you couldn't spell it.
It's all about the giveaways in South Florida.
That's right. That is absolutely correct. What can we get for free? Even though we're going to put it in a drawer somewhere in a broom closet and never look at it again. Oh, what can we have for free? Might be worth something someday, but don't bet on it. WQAM, hello. Not even there on line 1. QAM, hello. See, now when I said chronic, I wouldn't talk that desperate. We're not that. We'd never be that desperate. Is he pathetic or what? Is there any word to describe him?
Beyond pathetic.
Yeah, well, a million miles beyond it. I'm the Chamba guy.
I have no life.
That's a translation of that. WQAM, hello. Here come the intellectual calls. I can smell it. QAM.
Hi, Neil. Just want to say thank you for all these years of entertainment.
Uh-huh.
Don't want nothing free. Don't need no bits. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Now, there's a call, ain't it? Is that a call? Is that a guy with a thought in his mind? That's why Brain Dead is winning our poll today, and believe you me, that's the one I voted for. When I created that poll, I said to myself, if this doesn't win, then these people are, I'm dying and you're lying, or is it the other way around? Full of it. Brain Dead. I would have also put one other choice on there that would have been the perfect choice, but I don't know how to spell it. It's called like that. I don't know how you spell that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Neil, how you doing today?
Okay, sir.
You too, George.
George is
how's it
sick.
going?
George ain't there.
Oh, he's not there? Say
Josh
hi.
is there. No George.
Hi, Josh. I just checked your website. You know, if you read that thing about the corporations, I could take you right up to the Marlins game.
Yeah, that's true. If I had more voice, I got it in my pile here. It's about 800 pages.
I know. I'm packing my bags. I'm heading to San Diego for a few days.
Good choice. Get the hell out of that
Get
place, man.
Get out of the humidity.
Right.
But unfortunately, I have to come back to South Florida.
Well,
but I can dream someday. My dream is to go back to Connecticut, Neil.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know what you think of Connecticut.
That says a lot. I don't think too much of it. I've been there. I'm not too crazy. The only good thing about Connecticut is it's close to New York, and I don't really want to go to New York.
So whenever I go back to Connecticut or anywhere in New England, I always feel like I'm home.
Yeah. Well, one thing about Connecticut, it's close to Boston.
Yes, I love Boston.
Nothing wrong with Boston. Okay, well, listen, have a safe trip, pal.
Okay, Neil, take care.
Say hi to the Padres out there, Father O'Toole. Never been to San Diego. Everybody raves about the weather there, but they say, I don't know, something like they're always fearing a naval attack. A lot of seamen. 567-0560. Pound, and a lot of right-wingers there, too. It's not that far from... Well, it's, when you get south of L.A., it gets more and more right-wing.
Now, let me ask you about Boston. You've been there, obviously.
I live there.
Oh, wow. Now, great city?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I've heard mixed things. I've heard people that love it, and then I've heard people that say, well, if you don't go to a Red Sox game, there's nothing to do.
Oh, give me a break. Yeah, well, I will say this. It's pretty, that whole business about banded Boston, I don't even know if they have any, even one strip club open anymore. They pretty much, they've gone from one extreme to the other. They used to have an area, which is part of Chinatown, called the Combat Zone.
Right.
Where they had all the porno, and they had, all the strip clubs and all the perversion and stuff. And then, of course, just like Giuliani in New York, they sanitized and closed everything down. And so now Chinatown is, I don't know what it is. I haven't been there in quite a while. I mean, once they close the porno down, what do I want to go there for? But that's still great food, great people, a lot of young people because there's all the colleges and universities and all kinds of crap there. It's okay. If you can't find something or somebody to do in Boston, man, you need help. You need assistance. It's fine. I mean, it's not Miami, but then again, what is? WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir. Buenos dias.
That bit that you played with Lenny and Geldie,
yeah.
I actually heard that show when they got on the air because the power went out. That was pretty damn funny, Neil. Just one thing, request that George, since George is out, can you play Fly on the Wall?
Fly on the Wall? I don't even know what that is.
It's George at home with his wife.
Fly on the Wall. I don't know.
Fly on the Wall. All right, just check and see if you got it.
I got it here.
Presents Fly on the Wall.
Is there going to be something filthy in this or not? Because I never played this.
I don't know, but my hand's on the button.
Probing look into the private lives of our on-air personalities. This time, our hidden microphones were placed in the home of George Rodriguez.
George! George! George!
Yes, dear.
You better hurry. You're going to be late.
Yes, dear.
Get out of there. Get ready for work.
Dear, do you have to have the baby?
Oh, I'm having that baby, whether you like it or not.
Yes, dear.
And I don't want to hear you talking about it on your radio show anymore.
Yes, dear.
You philandering, womanizing, vicious pig.
Yes, dear.
Now get out.
Yes, dear.
But come back.
Yes, dear.
You, come here.
Yes, dear.
Get over there.
Yes, dear.
Come here.
Yes, dear.
Get over there.
Yes, dear.
Come here.
Yes, dear.
Get over there.
Yes,
you.
dear.
Come here.
Yes, dear.
Now get over there.
Yes, dear.
Come here.
Yes, dear.
Get over there.
Yes, dear.
Come here.
Yes, dear.
Get over there.
Yes, dear.
And here I always thought they had a dog.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
I hear the voices. I listen to all voices.
Hell, buddy. Jesus here. Have you killed all the homos yet? We need their souls. Right, Pop?
There won't be anyone left when you get back anyway, son. Don't worry, George. I made you the decider.
I'm the decider.
Iraq was a good decision.
Don Rumsfeld is doing a fine job.
And I like the idea of blowing up Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's a city of sin anyway.
Funny how everyone who goes there says that.
Say, Pop, where's the Virgin Mary?
Looking for a sandwich somewhere in France.
She makes great sandwiches.
That's because she uses real Hellman's mayonnaise, not the diet.
I hear voices.
Sam, is that you?
You may know me as Toucan Sam, but I choose to look like a dog today. My only begotten son.
I'm the decider.
Laura sure looks sexy when she dresses like an old Russian woman.
I listen to all voices.
By the way, don't put mayonnaise on your roast beef sandwich, okay, or on your corned beef or pastrami sandwich. It's strictly for Goyam. 10:44, 16 before 11. Don't forget this Saturday, big day on QAM, man. Even as bad as I feel, I'm getting all whipped up about this. Do you believe it?
Yeah, I'm sure you're worried about what those Patriots are going to take.
No. Saturday, it's QM's NFL draft party with Jim Mandich, the Mad Dog, at Hooters and Pembroke Pines. Also, along with Jim, like a little bit of a liability, Joe Zagacki.
Joe Zagacki sucks, okay?
And the Big O.
Rock solid.
All of these people for your draft day coverage. Man, we're really pumping it out for you. Join them at Hooters and Pembroke Pines for the QM NFL draft party this Saturday starting at 10 a.m. presented by Heineken. And you're not going to be playing at Heineken.
I would, but I don't have that drop in here.
Well, I don't know if it's in mine or not. In fact, I'm amazed that I don't know where the hell that damn thing came from, that George bit. I never played that before.
Oh, that's from the movie Blue Velvet.
No, I don't mean that, but I mean where it came from in my DCS. I've never played that before. And I definitely don't have that. Heineken, well, where does he get some of this crap? How come he's got all the good stuff and I got,
he's holding out.
Like that. Yeah, like how about all those Mo drops he was going to put on a disc and send me? Remember? Like, that is correct. All those other, he got a whole bunch of those. When he gets back, whip his ass into shape. Now that you got that new deal.
That's right.
Josh Cortes, by the way, is the new assistant program director, which means in about 6 months he'll be the general manager. Could only be an improvement. Molly Ivins writes, pro-Israel nutjobs on the attack. I like Molly Ivins. One of the consistent deformities in American policy debate has been challenged by a couple of professors, and the reaction proves their point so neatly that it's almost funny. We've had a series of stories on these guys. A working paper by John Mearsheimer, professor of political science at the University of Chicago, and Stephen Walt, professor of international affairs at the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard, called the Israel Lobby, that was the name of the paper, was printed in the London Review of Books earlier this month. And all hell broke loose in the more excitable reaches of journalism and academia. For having the sheer effrontery to point out the painfully obvious that there is an Israel lobby in the U.S., Mearsheimer and Walt have been accused of being anti-Semitic, nutty, and guilty of kooky academic work. Alan Dushowitz, who seems to be easily upset, went totally ballistic over the mild academic, not to suggest pretty boring article by Mearsheimer and Walt, calling them liars and bigots. Of course there's an Israeli lobby in America. Its leading working group is called the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, AIPAC. It calls itself America's pro-Israel lobby and attempts to influence U.S. legislation and policy. Several national Jewish organizations lobby from time to time. Big deal. Why is anybody pretending this non-news requires falling on the floor and howling? Because of this weird deformity of debate. In the U.S., we don't have full-throated, full-throttle debate about Israel. In Israel, they have it as a matter of course, but the truth is that the accusation of anti-Semitism is far too often raised in this country against anyone who criticizes the government of Israel. Being pro-Israel is no defense, as I learned a long time ago to my cost. Now I've gotten used to it. Jews who criticize Israel are charmingly labeled self-hating Jews. As I've often pointed out, that must mean there are a lot of self-hating Israelis because those folks raise hell over their own government's policies all the time. I don't know that I ever felt intimidated by the knee-jerk or anti-Semitic charge leveled at anyone who criticizes Israel, but I do know I've certainly heard it often enough to become really tired of it. And I wonder if that doesn't produce the same result, giving up on the discussion. It's the sheer disproportion and the vehemence of the denunciations of those perceived as criticizing Israel that make the attack so odious. Mearsheimer and Walt are both widely respected political scientists. Comparing their writing to the protocols of the elders of Zion is just silly. Several critics have pointed out some flaws in the Mearsheimer-Walt paper, including a too broad use of the term Israel lobby. Those of us who are pro-Israel differ widely, and having perhaps overemphasized the clout of the Israel lobby by ignoring the energy lobby. It seems to me the root of the difficulty has been Israel's inability, first, to admit the Palestinians have been treated unfairly, and second, to figure out what to do about it. Now, here goes a big fat generalization, but I think many Jews are so accustomed by reality to thinking of themselves as victims, it's especially difficult for them to admit they've victimized anybody else. But the Mearsheimer wallpaper isn't about the basic conflict, but rather its effect on American foreign policy, and it appears to me the author's arguments are unexceptional. Israel is the number one recipient of American foreign aid, and it seems an easy case can be made that the U.S. has subjugated its own interests to those of Israel in the past. Whether you agree or not, it's a discussion well worth having, and one that shouldn't be shut down before it can start by unfair accusations of anti-Semitism. In a very equal sense, none of this is academic. The Israel lobby was overwhelmingly in favor of starting the war with Iraq and is now among the leading hawks on Iran. To the extent that our interests do differ from those of Israel, the matter needs to be discussed calmly and fairly. This isn't about conspiracies or plots or fantasies or anti-Semitism. It's about rational discussion of American interests, and in my case, being pro-Israel. I'm looking forward to hearing from all you nutjobs again, she says, and I'm sure she will. Just like every now and then, oh, well, Neil, you're a self-hating Jew. Yeah, right. Whatever you say. Go to Israel, we'll pack you a salami sandwich. How do you like that? With mayonnaise on it. 662 votes. Josh was right. You called it. We're going to hit that 1,000 easy today. It's probably because George is homesick. I'm homesick. See, that's the one good thing about doing the show here is I can be homesick and still do the show.
You trooper, you.
Yeah, what a piece of crap. As soon as I walked in here this morning, I saw the VU was pumping. I said to myself, that little spick. I did not call it yesterday?
You called it.
I can always tell when he's like, oh, gee, you know. When I was a kid, I used to do that. You know, I'd lay in bed in the morning if I don't want to go to school. I'd be, moaning and groaning like I was dying. You know, and of course, my mother being a real fool.
Take the thermometer, put it on the light bulb for a little bit.
Oh, no. Once in a while, she'd put it.
Rectum.
Yeah.
Woo.
And then I got right up and ran to school. What best describes most of the South Florida residents? 665 votes. I bet if I refresh it, we got maybe 666. Wouldn't that be something? Let me just refresh real fast. 667, we hopped over it. Brain dead, 231. Although we have had some very good intellectual calls so far. Illegals, 106. Average, just comme ci, comme ça. Menza. 86. Insane, 69. Reject 61, losers 42, ostriches 40, and fine Americans only 32. And people are going to say, well, you didn't put very many positive choices on there. Well, what did I leave out? Huh?
I think it's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think average would be like a high compliment, and that's sitting in third place right now. Average would be like really, really a reach. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Two things. First off, I got religion. I don't need to watch Fahrenheit 9/11 because I learned all I need to know with Loose Change Part 2 off of your site.
Okay.
Bunch of crap going on in here. And secondly...
A lot of crap. That's what they said to Airbus, man. It's all a bunch of...
crap.
Right.
Exactly. And
I just
in
like
closing...
saying crap because it gets yours upset.
All right, and in closing, if you're taking suggestions for the poll, what about a-holes?
Oh, yeah. I like that. Let's get that right on there.
All right.
Thanks, Pally. I can't say it, but we can sure put it on the... We put a lot of things on our poll that we can't say. We have to, like, dance around it like he just said it. But just spell it right out, you know. Don't put just A, you know.
Don't worry.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that Dennis Leary song comes up sometime on the show today. Well, you talk about having a busy finger. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. I wonder what that's called. I think it's called... A-hole. Yeah, folks. Yeah, well, that's as much as you're hearing. 5, 6, what? And to think that we used to play that on the air all the time.
I remember.
We had A-holes on parade. I wonder if I could play like just a little tiny touch of that, too, here. Yeah, get Joyce all with... Oh, yeah, here we go. I forget exactly how this goes. Well, it's in there somewhere. All right. And if that doesn't get them all whipped up, I got a way to do it. If that doesn't wake up these bastards in the back room here.
They say our love is taboo.
So while I'm not feeling all that great today, and in fact, that's a good way to get the rest of the week off, I think. 5670560. Oh, it's just so silly. The whole thing is just silly. Isn't really the correct word. It's pathetic, is what it is. Just absolutely pathetic. And so a guy comes in there yesterday, Clarabelle. You know, I mean, I have no support, none, absolutely none. It's always the same excuse from him, you know. Oh, gee, we're so scared. Yeah, we know you're scared. I still say the best thing they could do is redo that billboard campaign, even though Donna Shillelagh might get all bent out of shape again. And instead of the original one, just say, QAM, we have no balls. And that might pacify her, as opposed to say we have balls. I mean, what kind of a silly old dyke gets upset because of a billboard campaign that says, WQAM, we've got balls? Every sports station in North America, including the Fan here in Toronto, for a long time now they've had that campaign. The Fan, whatever it is on the dial, we've got balls. Big deal.
Yeah, well, people don't get offended as easily in Canada.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Or maybe that's because Canada is such a tremendous threat. Now we got Stephen Harper in there. Boy, they're going to rue the day, man. They're already ruining it. WQAM, hello. Just keep trying, man. Let's see. If you do it like 100 times, will it get on?
No.
No. But you keep busy. It'll keep you off the streets. Keep you out of invading your neighbor's house. WQAM, hello.
Hello. How are you,
sir.
Neil?
I'm good.
Good. Got a question. Why is Tony Snow committing career suicide by going to be a spokesman for probably
what do you mean by that?
President?
He's not doing anything different. He's being a mouthpiece for Bush, which he's been doing on Fox for years now anyway. So he's not, they're just calling it something different.
Yeah, but doesn't he realize that Bush is probably going to go down as one of the worst presidents ever, and it'll just kill his career?
No, it won't because once Bush gets impeached or whatever is going to happen, he'll wind up going back to Fox News, and they'll gladly welcome back with open arms and legs and put him on the air again.
Oh boy.
When you're a right-wing fanatic, you have no shortage of places. I notice CNN is putting Glenn Beck on the air now on the weekend. Every right-wing nut job that's been on radio or TV all of a sudden is on the Talking Head networks now. In fact, there's the promo right now. Debuts headline news May 7th and 8th. Glenn Beck. See what I'm saying? And we got what's his name on MSNBC. What the hell's his name? What is his name? Ken Olbermann. Keith Olbermann. His name.
Yes, Keith Olbermann.
And that's it. That's it. That's one.
Oh, God. You got any menial labor jobs up there in Canada that I can come up and take?
Oh, yeah. Come on up and club some baby seals to death. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and the Singular Wireless line. See, the reason they do that is they don't want to appear to be too civilized. Oh, Karl Rove meeting with attorneys on his role in the CIA leak matter. Oh, look at that. There's that roving maniac. I'm going to say it again. All this stuff that's going on, and you're paying and this summer maybe close to $4, maybe over $4 a gallon for gas.
I wouldn't be
surprised. The American public is getting raped and pillaged and looted. Innocent people are dying. We've got mayhem and lunacy. Every couple of days we get a new videotape from one of the mastered terrorists or an audio tape. And in the meantime, it's like, hey, how's that American Idol coming? How's Simon Cowell feel this week about this idiot? That stuff. All these cliches, man. See, in the world we live in, life is a cliche. Like after the Holocaust. Never again. There's all these people in Africa and Darfur and other places, zillions of them dying like crazy. And now finally, by the way, the Pope the other day, they're commissioning a study to see possibly about allowing the use of condoms as a way to prevent the spread of AIDS, especially in Africa. The greatest cause of misery and suffering and death in the world today, the Catholic Church is they finally got around to apologizing to Galileo, and they're finally saying, oh, yeah, maybe condoms are okay, but only for the priests.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Father, could you help an old altar boy? I'm a Catholic.
No.
In the 50s, Robert Young made people laugh and Father Knows Best. Now, this great series is back, starring a few Catholic priests who like it young, in the return of Father Knows Best.
Step into the confessional, Billy. I don't know, Father. This makes the 47th time I've been in there this week.
Oh, Billy, you want to be a good Catholic, don't you?
Yeah, but does everybody get a spanking?
Father Knows Best. It's the Vatican's best-kept secret. And you've got a private seat for all the fun. Just enter the rectory from the rear.
All right, Billy boy. It's time for your flute lesson. But, Father, your flute has only one hole, and it doesn't make any noise. Oh, it will, Billy. It will.
Father Knows Best. Once you've seen this new sitcom, you'll wonder why you've never heard about it.
Let me introduce you to St. Peter.
Father Knows Best. Going to church may not seem very entertaining, but there really is something funny going on here.
Oh, there sure is. It's a real panic. It's a laugh riot. 703 votes on the poll. How do you like that, boys and girls? That's not too bad for 11 o'clock-ish.
Not bad at all.
703. What best describes most of the South Florida residents? Brain dead, 239. Illegals, 109. Oh, you guys talking about illegals are real schmitty. I just love her. She was a real idiot. Average 91. Insane 71. Would have a lot of votes if I knew how to spell it. A reject 63. Ostriches 44 with their heads buried deep in the sand right there on the beach. Losers 42. Fine Americans 35. And a-holes, which just went on there, has got
9.
Oh, there's one. There's a real one. If I ever heard one. See, I'm surprised we don't give him his own show. In fact, now that he's the assistant PD, maybe he'll put his own name on the schedule.
Yeah, be careful what you ask for.
I'm telling you. I mean, we've got all these other people who can't speak on air. Why not the Grim Reaper?
Don't give him any ideas.
Don't forget, after the Cubs-Marlins game this afternoon, which I'm sure you're going to want to be glued to your radio for that, get out the super glue. It's Geldie for hours and hours and hours. See, that Neil, he keeps knocking Geldie, so we're going to put him on just to rub it in his nose. Hey, come on, Neil, why don't you want to re-up for another 10, 15 years, until you're 100? Until you croak right on the air. I could do that today. Although my shoulder's getting a lot better. I think this is the flu, the aches and the pains.
Yeah.
Without, thank goodness, though, the whole nasal and the congestion thing, that part to me is the most agitating.
It's not bad. It's the annoying factor.
Yeah, it's the most annoying and aggravating, and you can't breathe, and you feel like you're in. But here, my head is as clear as a bell. Sun is shining. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's going to be around 60-ish today. Good day to go out and plunge your guts out. Distraught mom Britney Spears. Here's the important news, okay? Forget about Iraq and forget about the price of gas and all this crap. Dead people. Pollution. Forget about all the minor things that are going on. Now that we got the Ricky Williams story sealed down.
That's right.
Distraught mom Britney Spears has fired her nanny. Britney Spears, who, of course, had that little cameo there in Fahrenheit 9/11, where she said, she believes we ought to do everything the president says. She trusts our president. Oh, God. Goes to show you that looking good don't mean there's anything between the ears. And, of course, who really cares when you come right down to it? Right?
Yeah, good point.
It's not what's between the ears that counts. It's what's between the... Oh, can't say that, Joyce. I'm sorry. Can't say legs. The singer made the decision to get rid of the little Sean Preston's keeper in the wake of the child falling from his high chair. She's got some issues, you know what I mean? Mama Brittany.
Yeah, she
First
does.
she's driving with the kid in the... holding the kid behind the steering wheel like a dog, That's what I used to do with Tiny. No, seriously, when I take him to the vet, you'd have to, hold it in, and he would want to steer the damn steering wheel.
He wouldn't just sit in the passenger seat?
No, are you kidding? That hyper little dogs, in case you haven't noticed, are very hyper. Now, my golden retriever, he would, get in the back, and he would just
hang out the window.
Vet. Huh?
Oh, not in the vet, yeah.
Yeah, he would get in the back and just plop himself up in there, and that would be it. No problem. But the little dog, pop, 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 that's how little dogs are. Good thing that he's dead. Anyway, Brittany's been hiding out and depressed since her son's head bonking incident and canceled plans to celebrate her brother Brian's birthday, the magazine In Touch Weekly says. Oh, that's one of my favorites. Touch It Weekly. She wanted to be a mother and thought she could snap her fingers and be the perfect mom, a pal told the mag. It's always a pal. Have you noticed that? All these articles, like in the Inquirer, a pal says. But Brittany is learning the hard way that being a good mother is something you have to work at. And guess what? She's reported to be pregnant again. She's certainly not wasting no time, is she?
Great. She'll be driving with one in the wheel and one in the passenger seat.
One on the wheel and one on the probably one on the roof. Brittany also reportedly hired a doctor to advise her on how to keep her tots safe. Boy, she's a real mother. She had to hire a doctor to teach her how to do a little mothering. The doctor advised her not to leave Preston on any high surfaces where he could roll off. Don't set him up on top of the refrigerator. Which they also say Spears was so impressed with the sage advice that she wanted to hire the doctor full time, but he told her that wasn't necessary. Maybe he could be the mother. But apparently child care is putting additional pressure on her marriage to aspiring rapper hubby Kevin Federline. The two got into a spat over whether to go to his hip-hop show at the Vegas club Pure last week. Kevin wanted Brittany to stay out that night, but she refused. She wanted to stay at the hotel with the baby because she felt uncomfortable leaving him with a nanny, with Fran Drescher. So Britt spent the night in the hotel room while Kevin partied. That exciting? Isn't that the kind of news that America's just dying for, man? Their tongues are down to their kneecaps for it.
I was waiting for you to read that story.
Oh, yeah. Brittany and her new baby. I bet you most people don't know that. We got Ben Benifer, and we got Tom Kitty Cat, and we got... how come they don't have a name for them, do they? Kevin Federline Spears, whatever that is.
No, and... Don't give the media any idea.
Peter Spears. Yeah, they'll come up with one. 721 votes. My God, you'd almost think we had somebody listening out there. I can't imagine why. Don't forget, next Tuesday at 11:30 in the morning, we're going to be saying Kaddish on QAM. For the goyim out there, that means that's what you have the Jewish prayer you say when people die.
Kaddish?
Yeah, Kaddish. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei rabo oivei. Because the ratings are going to be coming out Tuesday 11:30 in the morning. That'll be the final nail in the current regime's coffin, then we'll move on to somebody else. Let them give it a shot. 567, come on, let's get that phone rolling again. I'm under the weather here today, although I don't sound it, do I?
No, not really.
That's the problem. Well, I'm not eating any more of these Cepacols, I'll tell you that. My blood sugar, I've just checked it, is not good. Not good. I think I ought to sue them. Then I could get off of this damn scam and just go plunge my guts all the time. To hell with this crap. Sue these Cepacol people. It says sugar-free, sans sucre. Everything here has to be labeled in bilingual, English and French. You are aware of that.
Is that right?
What
That's
a joke.
really annoying.
Yeah, to pacify the frogs, you know. Which there aren't any frogs here, and this not too many. Let me take a look at that blood sugar and see if it's... I just took it again. I'm waiting for this thing to percolate. Oh, it's coming down a little bit.
Now, what do you, prick your finger?
All right.
Yeah. It's after you've been doing it for years. See, Hank is such a wuss, man. You don't even feel it anymore. It's like a little lancet. It's real sharp. And you don't feel it at all. But some people are real. It's like people that don't want to go to the dentist, you know. Just did it again.
It just felt like a prick.
That's all. What? It's like real quick and painless. Sure. Although you do have all these, like the tips of your fingers have got like all these little things on them. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. Don't forget that big draft party Saturday, man. I bet you everybody in town is making their plans right now.
I'm sure.
They're on their way out there to the, where's it going to be?
Hooters.
Oh, Hooters and Pembroke Pines. They're going to be on their way out there to see the Mad Dog. And just to pee all over them. WQAM, hello.
It's Chronic Wednesday.
WQAM, hello.
You go ahead in Canada.
Oh, there he is. That's our daily call. All right. We go in Canada. He must be a Robert Creeper Jr., okay? He must be a Hispanic Robert Creeper because he also speaks with the same speech defect. Or maybe he knows Winnie Martez. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about Tony Snow?
What do I think about him? I think he's a
Bada beep,
fascist.
bada boop.
Yeah, bada beep, bada boop is right. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Bada beep, bada boop. About Tony Snow. Like it's a real bulletin. It's like we carry those press conferences on this station. Every time they're announcing a sports thing like the Pat Riley deal. We know 2 days in advance that he was going to be the coach again, and right away, well, we better carry that press conference. All the time they pull that crap. Like when Wannstedt got canned, remember that one?
Oh, how could I forget?
They were all over that like stink on Joyce, man.
Well, the best part is you know, they don't let you play any drops during the press conference.
Yeah.
Well,
we certainly don't want to do that because that would pollute the integrity of our sports establishment here on QAM. You know, we don't want that old fag playing a bunch of nasty like that in there, or God forbid, like any sound effects while something important's going on. The exception to that was because we don't really care about hockey, even though we have the Panther franchise. We just as soon get rid of it. But I remember when Bill Torrey had that press conference where he announced he was firing BM and TM and everybody else. Remember that one?
Not really.
Well, they actually let me drop in some good stuff on there. Just to piss them off that much more. Boy, those guys did it. And BM, by the way, I noticed his team won last night. Not doing the Jacques Martin roll up like an accordion in the playoffs yet and die like Jack Martin did in Ottawa every year. Of course, like I said the other day, Jack Martin doesn't have to worry about his team choking in the playoffs this year because the Panthers aren't in the playoffs, just like the make-believes, not in the playoffs. But that's getting to be, kind of a yearly thing. And guess what we got in the mail yesterday again?
Oh, a renewal?
A bill. We already paid the first installment plus the playoff ticket money they wanted, which there aren't any playoffs, which supposedly goes toward next year. And now another thing for $2,000 or $3,000 they want toward next season. So it's like the 25th of April yesterday, and they still want more money for next year. Hey, Alan Cohen, guess what? I know your brother Marty, and all I can say to you is,
you fairy.
Cut the crap. Man, they just want money, and they want money. They're not putting the product out there to, like, make the playoffs or really put anything outstanding on there. Plus, Neuendijk and Roberts are going to be 90 next year, the two of them. And what are they going to do then?
Joe Neuendijk.
Joe Neuendijk. Very good.
How
Excellent.
about
There's Josh displaying his hockey knowledge. And what about Roberts? What's Roberts' first name?
Bill. Dave.
Who's with a G?
Greg.
No.
Gary.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, this man knows his hockey crap.
That I do.
Just as well as anybody else in South Florida. See, that would be a good... I don't know whether I should do a poll on that or just discuss it.
What?
What sports franchise least deserves to exist? Like for example, Kansas City Royals. For Kansas City is such a nondescript place anyway.
You know what, though, for baseball, I mean...
What have they won, 3 or 4 games? Although they're right on the Marlins' ass.
Yeah, they are, but...
Marlins have no business. Even the funny part of it is Marlins have won 2 world championships, and yet they really have no reason to exist.
Yeah. I wouldn't
really
argue
don't.
with that.
Although I have 100 times more reason to exist than the Panthers.
Well, the Devil Rays for baseball are the
Yes,
worst.
absolutely correct.
There's just no business for that.
There is
franchise.
no business like slow business, and that's what they got, real slow business, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. They got a devil of a time winning, and they got a bunch of rednecks over there on the West Coast who made a big simmons about they wanted to change the name of the team because Devil Rays implies devil worship, and, why don't we just put 666 on the back of every player's uniform? That would be good. I'd like to see that. Wouldn't that be good?
That would be.
Put it on there, a little armband on with 666, just to piss off all those Getskis over there. 11:13 at QAM. It's the Marlin pregame show. Dry Concepts for over 20 years has been doing a fabulous job in my home and zillions of other South Floridians. They're the best carpet cleaning company in the universe. And they remind you now that springtime is here. Cleaning your windows and doing a little bit of dusting here and there, a little spotty surface cleaning, may give the appearance that your home might be clean, but until you deep clean, all the dirt and germs settle deep down in your carpeting, your furniture, and your drapery, even in that bedding. It's really pretty schmutzy, isn't it? Dry Concepts is offering springtime specials right now to help you with all your spring cleaning, and they're, as always, just a phone call away. Don't forget, Dry Concepts specialize in upholstery cleaning, leather cleaning, drapery cleaning, oriental rug cleaning, water damage restoration. Keep that in mind while the next 15 hurricanes hit. Water damage restoration, pet odor treatments, and mattress cleaning to get rid of those dust mites, and much, much more. So don't just half clean your home this spring. Don't do a half-ass job. Do a super job by calling Dry Concepts today and have your home cleaned from top to bottom. They always show up on time. They always do a professional job and give you a written guaranteed price up front before they start their unbeatable job. No rip-offs, no scams, just a super-duper job every time from Dry Concepts. Call them toll-free in Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches, 1-800-248-5071. That's 1-800-248-5071, or log into their website, dryconcepts.com.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM. Marlins fans, it's time for the 2006 QAM Mercedes-Benz Grand Slam Inning Contest. If a Marlins player hits a Grand Slam in the 5th inning, you'll win a 2-year lease of a Mercedes-Benz C230. For more information and to enter, log on to WQAM.com. The 2006 Mercedes-Benz Grand Slam Inning Contest from Sports Radio 560 QAM.
You might mention my name to Rights Marshal Gurry.
560 WQAM presents How in the World Do These People Keep Their Jobs? With Wendy Morvan.
Hello, this is Benny Martez. Here to tell you about people who are robbing this for-hole radio. And you better listen carefully because I'm big and strong. It's my imposing physique that keeps my job. People are afraid to fire me because I got big muscles. I'm big and strong. I'm like intimidating. I don't know what that thing because I can intimidate people into issuing me a check. No matter how embarrassing I sound. Now, over here at the main control room. Let me show you how it works. First thing we do is turn up the monitor speaker to focus only on the thing that matters most important in life, sports. They won't talk about nuclear bomb testing anywhere in Nevada. Boring. Let's talk about baseball. Whoa, what a game. Whee.
Yo, Lenny.
Yes, Mr. Wee.
Oh, just call me Greg. Yeah, I'm just a consultant now.
Okay, what do you want, Greg? Let me do it. Important dysentery.
And now look, why don't you lean on that call button?
Should I do that?
Why, sure. I'm consulting you.
Okay. That's why sports is very important to everyone's life. Not that sports is gay. It redefines gayness. Sports is like the VIP rooms in the back of the Wacom Club, where men would tweet to see either fly and think are very, very quiet outside the occasional swerve. Are they just talking about nuclear threats in there? Well, I'm banging my pipe. Here. What are we going to do about it? They know I'm going to kick their ass. Here. They're trying to fire me. I'll kick their ass. Come on. Want to give my man work I kick your ass. I kick your ass.
All right. Nice going, Lenny. He's the man, Lenny Martez. Why can't we get him and Geldie on together like that one bit? I think the guy had a good point.
Coming soon.
We don't want to get into that. Oh, here's some good news. Here's some excellent news. Joining Illinois, or as some people say Illinois, because there are a lot of stupid people, California has become the second state in which a proposal to impeach President Bush has been introduced in the state legislature, and this one includes Cheney as well. Oh! All right. California Assemblyman Paul Cortes of Los Angeles, where the L.A. Times has now called for Cheney's resignation, has submitted amendments to Assembly Joint Resolution number 39 calling for the impeachment of President George W. Bush and Vice President Dick Cheney. The amendments reference Section 603 of Jefferson's Manual of Rules of the U.S. House of Representatives, which allows federal impeachment proceedings to be initiated by a joint resolution of a state legislature. The resolution, in the words of Cortes' press release, bases the call for impeachment upon the Bush administration intentionally misleading the Congress and the American people regarding the threat from Iraq in order to justify an unnecessary war that has cost billions of dollars and thousands of lives and casualties, exceeding constitutional authority to wage war by invading Iraq, exceeding constitutional authority by federalizing the National Guard. Oh, I thought there was no National Guard in Iraq. Conspiring to torture prisoners in violation of the Federal Torture Act, indicating intent to continue such actions, spying on American citizens in violation of the 1978 Foreign Agency Surveillance Act, leaking and covering up the leak of the identity of Valerie Plame Wilson, and holding American citizens without charge or trial. All of these things. How do you like that? At both the state and national levels, Corrette says, we will be paying for the Bush administration's illegal activities and terrible lack of judgment and competence for decades, not only in the billions of dollars wasted on the war and welfare for the rich, but in the worldwide loss of respect for America and Americans. Bush and Cheney must be impeached and removed from office before they undertake even deadlier misdeeds, such as the use of nuclear weapons. There are no bounds to their willingness to ignore the Constitution and world opinion. We can't afford to wait for the next disaster and hope that we can survive it.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Nice going, Paul. You go, boy. How do you like that? California.
Good article.
Excellent. I just sent it to you. In fact, you better hope I get out here real soon, because as I'm sitting here, I keep sending more and more. You're going to think George was sending these. In fact, if George is listening, which I'm sure he's not, but if he were, while you're at home sick, you might as well send Josh some extra stories now he's got that new deal. The audience will be pleased to know that George and Josh have got great new deals, man, pretty much all signed up now with the new regime. Too bad those guys aren't going to be here much longer, but nevertheless. Tuesday morning at 11:30, I think that could be a day that will live in infamy. Let's dig FDR up and see what he says about it. A day that will live in infamy. May 2nd, 2006. The numbers will be coming out. Oh, man. Can you imagine the Green Apple Quickstep that's going to be danced in the halls all Tuesday morning?
Not really.
Oh, yeah. Going to be a lot of screaming and carrying on going on after that. Oh, boy. And the best part of the whole deal is I can tell you, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, these guys haven't got a clue how to fix it. They haven't got an idea. Oh, man, that's the best part. You know, I mean, if they had like even some semblance, that's why you got 80 hours of Geldie this afternoon after that stupid-ass ball game gets done. It is just shocking. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the people that are running this place now are on the payroll across the street. I'm not making any allegations, you understand, but it wouldn't shock the hell out of me. Yeah, and you know who's got to be really laughing up his sleeve right now? Let me give you a clue. Don't you think? Yeah? I bet you he's just laughing his ass off. Is he still part-timing it in New York or doing whatever he's doing?
I'll be damned if I know.
Whatever. Not that we really care, but I bet you. And, of course, he was, he was what he was. 760 votes, man. We're going to have like 850, but no sweat for that 1,000 today. I like this. I don't like when we have a lot of pressure. In addition to which, we don't have the luxury of that last 15 minutes today. We get cut short, like I was at birth. What best describes most of the South Florida residents? Brain dead, 251. A solid 33%.
Rock solid.
Illegals, 115. In fact, wait till we get rid of all you illegal aliens and we bring in some real decent humans. Average, 93. Insane, 75. Reject, 65. Boy, so much negativity. Ostriches, 48. Losers, 43. Fine Americans, there we go, there's a real positive one, only 38. And a-holes, 32. Boy, that one is climbing. Just look up there, just look out your window, you'll see the dance of the climbing a-holes. Oh, they're climbing toward the top. They might even be climbing toward the top of your light pole out there. 5670560. I do have a Marine Dowd, a Prius in every pot. Eat your heart out, Heber. And then we got, I got some good stuff here. And quite frankly, my throat, it must be these great Cepacols. But I'm not eating no more of these. Got to get that blood sugar down under 6,000. Don't you think that? I think that's false advertising. They put on their sugar-free. Well, there's nothing else in there that is sending the blood sugar up, so it's got to be that. And it did the same thing last night, too. Cepacol, you're a bunch of liars, whoever makes that. Probably Bayer or one of those companies makes this crap. Look it on the thing here to see. I'm sure if I went and got the box, it would tell me who makes this garbage. I'm going to sue their ass. All you die. What?
You should.
I don't know what you're laughing about. This is serious beeswax, man. He's sitting there laughing. See, one of these days, I hate to say this, I hope you avoid it, but one of these days, you're going to be facing the same music, mister, and you're going to say, boy, I sure would have listened. I wish I would have listened to that old fag. He knew what he was talking about from personal sad experience.
I take care of myself, man.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I've seen that picture, man. You're looking a little chunky there. Yeah.
Chunky?
See, you hear that nervous laugh? He's looking a little bit chunky to me.
You got to be the only person
sitting on your fat ass and they're eating all that free food now for the next 100 years. That's not going to do you any good either.
Hey, that's just taking advantage of the benefits.
Yeah, the perks. WQAM, hello.
And congratulations to Joshy and Georgie.
Yeah.
The three.
And may their first child be a masculine child.
The three of you guys are definitely great Americans. Hey Neil, that assemblyman that you just read about in California, he was on your girlfriend's show, Randy Rhodes, yesterday.
Yeah.
Broward, he wrote that resolution. Broward. Yes, sir. He wrote that resolution.
Yeah. I know that's what I just said.
I know that, but evidently the
and she just said
over there has not approved it yet.
Well, of course not. I mean, you think they're going to approve that in California? Arnold will go after them. The Terminator will go get their ass.
Right. But the interesting thing is that Randy brought out Broward was that the legislature over there is democratically controlled. So they're trying to come up with a nice way of presenting an impeachment resolution.
Yeah.
It's the silliest thing in the world. Do it, and then evidently our Congress has to respond to that. So. I hear
hold your breath. I'll let you know when to exhale, or maybe Randy will tell you when to exhale, okay? She's good at that. 26 past 11. We got almost 800 votes on the poll. Things are going hunky-dory. I'm feeling actually almost human now. And you want to know why?
Because your blood sugar's soaring.
No, and actually my blood sugar is starting to come back down again, thanks God. No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the fact that we got that ball game coming up, and it's already 48 degrees. It's sunny. It's beautiful. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be around 60-ish, and at 1:45, I'll be out the door.
Wait a minute, it's 40 and it's going to be 60-ish?
Right, 59.
Okay.
Well, it's only 11:30 in the morning. Don't you understand the way this works?
Yeah, okay.
See, this isn't like Florida where it's like already probably like 82 and the high's going to be 86 or like that. That's not how it works up north. And you've lived up north, so I don't know what to... No, you haven't, have you?
Not really.
No, not really. See, so you don't know what it is like with a little change of temperature when there's like a nice crisp feel in the air, you know? Like this morning when it was like a nice crisp 32.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. This is your brain being chopped to bits by a finely honed meat cleaver. This is your brain in a blender. And this is your brain being stirred into a big pot of chili. Brains. Real food for real people.
I rock. That's right. We rock. Hell yeah. Then I ran. Must be the heat and all the sand. It makes you kind of kooky over there. They got some bombs. So do we. I mean the big kind. Ours are bigger. The kind of come with red buttons, man.
Look, I get it. I know we could totally kick their ass, right?
That's right. Because we're vigilant.
But tell me we at least have a plan?
Sure thing. You see, Iran is directly responsible for 9/11.
Oh, my God, really?
Well, hell, I don't know. They could be. You never know.
Oh, okay.
And they probably have a terroristic dictator as well.
Oh, that's bad.
No, that's horrible. And when they don't hand over their weapons of mass destruction...
Well, how do you know they won't?
I just won't answer the phone that day, buddy.
Oh.
We'll take them down.
How?
Relax it down.
Oh.
You bet your turban I'm coming for you.
You mean the military?
Well, someone is.
Yeah.
Iran. Hell, I'll reset your government.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of no suicide bombers.
Yeah. Well,
don't worry, they're bluffing.
Wait a minute about that.
No, it'll be cool.
Well, what if they really do press the button? Next thing you know, it's nuclear winter.
We've got the solution in our back pocket, buddy.
Really? What?
One word. Global warming.
11:32 at QAM. Very bad Bush imitation in that bit. 11:32, but it had its moment. 700 and what? 781 on there. Like I said, we'll be way over 800 by noon, and I'll guarantee you they're jumping for joy in the sales department. Aren't they all back there jumping for joy, high-fiving and low-fiving? I got some big sports news, by the way.
What's that, Ricky's not going to play?
No, bigger than that.
Uh-oh, bigger than that?
Canadian Steve Nash headed for the second straight NBA MVP award according to the Arizona Republic. Canadian boy, eh? Steve Nash.
I love it.
Although the sad part of it is they just kicked the Toronto Raptors at the Air Canada Center on Friday. Nash scored 20 points and had 10 assists as the Phoenix Suns beat the Raptors 140-126. A real whooping. Good Canadian boy, my ass. Go back to Phoenix, you idiot. Anyway, the newspaper, citing a league source familiar with the voting, said the Suns point guard will become the 10th player to repeat as MVP. Magic Johnson is currently the only point guard to have won the award twice. Did you know that?
I did.
Well, and now you know it's going to be Steve Nash. Did you know that?
This is good.
Why is that?
I just like it when a white guy wins the MVP in the NBA.
Now that was one of the most racially charged comments I ever heard in my life.
How do you figure it? Come on, how many
like
white guys
win the NBA?
A white guy wins
the award?
It's great.
Just because it's a dark guy's sport, that would be. How about if Jerome McGinley won the MVP of the Hart Trophy in the NHL? What?
I don't know who that is. I know Peter Worrell.
He's a black player for the. Well, Peter Worrell ain't going to win any trophies. I don't think he's in the league no more. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's not.
No.
Jerome McGinley is a superstar, 50-goal scorer for the Calgary Flames.
Flaming.
Right. You better know your hockey, mister, because once you get past Joe Nieuwendyk and what's-his-name Roberts, you're not too solid on it.
I know my Panthers, man.
You know you don't. You know Roberto Luong.
Jay Boomeister?
How you say it?
Boomeister?
Bowmister?
Oli Jokinen.
You better know your hockey, mister. Who?
Oli.
Oli
captain. Oli Jokinen.
Very good. Wow.
Woo! Of course, Roboito. And come on now. You know.
And?
I know the Panthers.
And? The Republic said you probably know as many of them as I do. How about Wojtek, whatever his name is? I don't know.
Who?
Bunch of foreigners. The Republic said the official announcement may not come for 2 weeks, but the votes have been tabulated. And good Canadian boy Steve Nash, the MVP. Forget about him. He's small potatoes with a big head. How come he ain't going to get it? Huh?
He's
black.
He didn't produce. Oh God.
Well, you're the one that said you want to see a white guy get it.
I said it's nice to see a white guy.
No, you said you want to see a white guy get it. Isn't that what he just said, George? George just nodded his head at home. Maureen Dowd writes, a Prius in every pot. Now, you see, the Heat fans, they think just because they're beating up on a girls' team, the Bulls,
they're feeling pretty confident right about now.
Yeah, they're real cocky right now. Just wait till they get up against a good team. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know anything about it, and everybody is saying, hey, the Pistons would kick their ass from here all the way to Wisconsin.
Definitely.
Not even a contest. So you can give me all that BS about Pat Riley and his slick haircut and all that other crap. You know, what's that got to do with and the icy sleeve? Anyway, what is that icy sleeve? Is that for maybe I should put that on my shoulder? You think the icy sleeve?
Are you in pain?
No, not actually. Well, from this radio station, yes. In fact, when Clarabelle was in yesterday morning, that should have been my comment then, because it's the truth. Even though I could, still lose a little more weight. I'm 189 this morning. It's not too bad for me. I still got about 29 pounds I'd like to lose, or maybe close to.
About 30, man.
But that's not too bad for me. And other than that, everything is just hunky-dory, man. There's only one negative in my life, and you know what it is?
I'm going to go ahead and guess QAM.
That's it. Good guess. 790 votes. What best describes most of the South Florida residents? In fact, if I will guarantee, I'm going to bet you my life on it right now, that if I had to still be there, this is the only thing, I've said it when he left the station, I'll say it again, the only thing I thank Greg Reed for is having them build this studio right here. Because if I still had to be down there, I'd be there in a box. Guaranteed. And you'd be over there at Power 96 with all those losers over there. Yeah. And there are no white people over there anymore now that Kid Curry got kicked out.
They're all Spanish.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Like who?
You want me to name all the people?
Yeah, give me a couple of names. Who's at Power 96? I'm out of the loop.
DJ Laz, DJ
What happened to that guy in the morning that got canned?
Who, Albie Silk?
Albie Silk. What be happening with him?
I guess he just wasn't cutting it.
He wasn't cutting it?
Nope.
Fine enough? 790 votes. Brain dead, 256. That's the correct answer. Very good job, all you people in the audience that vote on our poll on neilrogers.com. Excellent job. Brain dead, 256. as in Q 56. Illegals 120. Average 97. I got another good one. Yeah. Schmidt.
Yeah?
Without the M. Yeah.
Of course.
I think that's, Is that like a little too harsh? Is that over the top?
It's okay.
Oh, is it? Okay, put it on there then. Average 97, insane 75, reject 65, ostriches 50, a-holes 48. It's climbed up 3 spots. The climbing a-holes, man, are up that ladder. They're moving. They're climbing it. They're going to hop over the ostriches like they're got their head in the sand. Losers 44, and fine Americans solamente 39, 39. 39. Italiano. Isn't that interesting how all the Spanish and the Italian numbers are so similar? Isn't that interesting? Not really, but...
Well, their languages are very similar.
Yes, they are. Now, French, on the other hand, is like more guttural, like that, because they're obnoxious and they ought to speak like that. Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah. Oh, boy. Maureen Dowd writes, a Prius in every pot. It's taken over 5 years, but George W. Bush finally made a concession speech to Al Gore. He conceded that America needs to conserve by buying hybrid vehicles and developing new energy sources, trying to calm the yips in his party in the country over exploding gasoline prices. Thank you, by the way, very much, Mr. President, again, for those low gas prices. The president sounded a bit like a wild-eyed ozone man himself yesterday, extolling the virtues of alternative fuel derived from cooking grease, sugar, grass, wood chips, soybean oil, and corn. But then he got a hold of himself. You just got to recognize there are limits to how much corn can be used for ethanol, he said, standing in front of a bucolic mural. After all, we got to eat some. You could run a fleet of SUVs on the gas that W was spewing about fuel. Bill Clinton would have been more likely to crack down on fast food than W and Dick Cheney would be to crack down on big oil. Even the usually supportive Wall Street Journal editorial page chastised Republicans for putting on Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi fright wigs to shout about corporate greed and market manipulation. W's big move was to ever so slightly beef up a federal investigation into oil company price manipulation that's been underway since Katrina. It's a great idea, said the Democratic leader, Senator Harry Reid, so good that we passed a law last year calling for it. Price manipulation could explain the marginal why gas went from, say, $2.70 to $2.90, but not why gas went from $1.40 to $2.70. That's more about fundamental forces, Chinese and Indian demand, markets spooked by Iran's threats, Nigeria's unrest, Venezuela's talk of nationalizing its oil industry, 12 cents a gallon in Venezuela, and the Pentagon's bungling of the restoration of Iraq's infrastructure, so we can't hook up that tube. Gasoline prices may be hurting average folks, but the Oilers who helped put the boy King and Duke of Halliburton in office with lavish donations are enjoying record profits and breathtaking bonuses. How about those Oilers? They beat Detroit in overtime again last night. The oilmen in the Oval, incompetent in so many ways, have brilliantly achieved one of their main objectives, boosting the fortunes of the oil industry and the people who run it. All those secret meetings the Vice President had back in 2001, letting the energy and oil big shots help write our energy policy, one that urged more oil and gas drilling, worked like a charm. In all their years in government, Mr. Cheney and the Bushes have never done anything to hold the oil companies' feet to the fire or get Americans' feet off the gas pedal. As Representative James Clyburn, Democrat of South Carolina, noted, the Republicans are the party with the keys to the executive washrooms of Halliburton, Exxon, and the big oil corporations. Consider Lee Raymond, who recently retired as chairman and chief executive of Exxon. Recently we learned about his stunning secret compensation. He got more than $686 million from 1993 to 2005, according to a Times story, which calculated that's $144,000 plus for each day he spent leading Exxon's God Pod as the executive suite at the company's headquarters in Irving, Texas is known. $144,000 a day. Even I'm not making that. Even Josh don't have that in his new contract. The only oil baron who isn't cashing in these days is Sodom. We pulled up to the pump in Baghdad. We plunked down $10 billion a month, and we're still not getting any gas out of it. Instead of easing our oil dependence and paying for Iraq's reconstruction, the bungled invasion and subsequent nuclear sparring with Iran have left even Republicans looking for Priuses. The last time W began wringing his hands about our addiction to oil in the State of the Union address, the Vice President was dismissive about the notion of sacrifice afterward. And the Energy Secretary clarified the President's words, saying they shouldn't be taken literally and that the idea of replacing Middle East oil imports with alternative fuels was purely an example. Even if W shows up on TV in a gray cardigan, it's patently preposterous for the Republicans to make this argument after selling us on the idea that it's our manifest destiny to get into giant cars and go to giant Walmarts and giant Targets and buy more giant bags of stuff. Now they're telling us to squeeze into tiny electric cars and compete for precious drips of oil with the Chinese and Indians who are swimming enough of our dollars to afford cars. The U.S. could have been developing alternative fuels 30 years ago.
About 30, man.
If Dick Cheney hadn't helped scuttle an ambitious plan in the Ford administration. By the time these guys get gas from cooking grease, global warming will have us cooked. That's your girlfriend, Maureen Dowd, today. Nice going, Maureen. A Prius in every pot. And you didn't even have to pay for it. How do you like that? 11:42 at QAM.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Bartlett's? Who the hell are the Bartlett's?
When driving, I gotta fill my SUV time and time again. I heard oil supplies they will deplete when it's another war we have to face. Now there's a hunger in my Ford Escape, and no cheap fuel for heaven's sake. Come on, it's no fair what we gotta pay. Come on, is that fair? Go ask AAA, can they get any higher? Prices at the pump you see, can they get any higher? They're gonna drive me to bankruptcy.
George is out sick today, by the way. He would be here doing a show today. We want to apologize to you for that, except for the fact that he's sick, because I'm a little ill. And although, you know something, if I would have not done it today, I would feel real bad about that now. I'd feel guilty.
Yeah, you would have.
Because I'd be out there plunging my guts out already. I could already be down about, 1,500, 2,000. 13 till noon at QAM. We got the Marlin pregame show, 1:45. Marlins and the Cubs. That's the third and final game. Marlins trying to salvage one game. Just one. Just this one time. Can they win it?
No.
Probably not. Marlins at the Cubs at 2:20, followed by hours and hours and hours of, Geldie. All the Geldie, all the time. Got Geldie again tomorrow from 2 to 4. And then on Friday we got, let me take a look at the schedule. Geldie. Oh. What did I tell you? I don't want to be I told you so kind of guy, but I told you so. Once his boyfriends took over the troika of little children, and of course our new general mangler, Clarabelle, he kind of sits back, ho, 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 we want to lock you up for the rest of your life, Neil, ho, 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 and look at the great job we're doing getting all Josh and George taken care of, ho, ho, ho. Man, he is just pathetic. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines. You could knock me over with a feather. If you would have ever told me before this all happened that somebody would come in replacing Greg Reed that would make Greg look like a rocket scientist, I would have said to you, you got to be sniffing glue, man. You got to be crazy. Of course, I shouldn't say that. I don't want to put you on the spot because you're right. You're at a very critical stage of your hot negotiation there.
That's right.
Yeah. So the less said, the better. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you today?
Great.
I hear you talking about 12 cents a gallon for fuel in Venezuela. Have you been there?
I was there once, Caracas. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I was there one day.
I've been there multiple times. One of the things that I love about the way the fuel works, other than it's really cheap, is gasoline is the same everywhere. There is no competition in the price of fuel. Somebody may charge more in their little grocery store for a candy bar, but no matter where you go, the law says fuel must be the same everywhere.
Yeah, I would have picked Hugo Chavez if they mess around now. Even if it's like 13 cents, that's the end of them.
Oh, we're waiting.
Okay. Oh, he's waiting for Hugo. I think he misunderstood, but nevertheless. Maybe that was Pat Robertson calling. We're waiting to take out Hugo Chavez, what he said. Don't go to Venezuela. Don't listen to that last guy. Do not go there, man. It's just teeming with mostly schleppers.
Crime?
Oh. I don't want to go through the whole story again. Just I was in Caracas that one time. I thought it was going to be really, pleasant, and I expected something totally different. And the drive from the airport to the city, man, you go through Las Montañas, man, through all these winding mountains and zillions of these huts. They've all got like a, tin-roofed huts with like a TV antenna on top.
Oh, yeah.
And they all look the same, and there's all these schleppers in there. And at nighttime, a lot of these desperados, they descend down into the city and just rob and rape and loot and plunder, and not good.
Yeah. I mean, I know a friend who knew a woman who went down there, and was sitting in a cab, just like you were, had her hand out the window. A guy came by on a bike, cut her finger off, took the ring.
Right. There you go.
It's the way to do it.
And a finger, no less.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's the finger that showed up in that chili at Wendy's that time. That could be it. I think he just might have answered that dilemma.
There you go.
Oh, that turned out to be a scam. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was a scam. Some bitch that was running around suing everybody inside. If there's anything I can't stand, it's people looking for suing. Unless it's Cepacol, though. I forgot to look at the box and see who makes this crap. WQAM, hello.
Hi, sir.
Although I think it has really helped my sore throat, though, remarkably. So, either your blood sugar goes up. If one thing doesn't kill you, something else will get you, right?
Right, yeah.
Nothing's perfect.
That's
WQAM, hello. QAM, hello. Oh, we're on hold.
Sounds like we're in an elevator.
Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
There's a scene in part 3 where Mary is holding up a picture of Apollonia. And it looks like she's comparing and contrasting if Kay is her mother or Apollonia is her mother.
Really?
And you told me the other day that Mary was Kay's mother. What was that look on her
Mary
face?
is not Kay's mother. She's Kay's daughter. That is correct.
Yeah, Kay's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What was that look on her face? Why she was comparing and contrasting her look?
The look on her face was she just got shot, where she said, "Dad, Dad," and we're just thinking, "Oh, why could you have done that way much sooner, honey?" This guy's trying like...
I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, Wop, greaseball, goombas come out of the woodwork.
See, if you want to believe that, that's fine, okay? In other words, I don't know why you asked me the question if you already have made up your mind that she was Apollonia's daughter, but she was not. Michael had 2 children, both by Kay. Now, the bastard son, that was Sonny's, that was Andy Garcia, Vincent.
Yes.
He was the bastard son by that very ugly Guidoette that was Sonny was banging up against the doorway there. Remember the scene at the wedding and Sonny's wife, she's talking to the other women there and she's doing the thing with her hands,
Yeah.
Remember that? She wasn't talking about how big the wedding cake was either. 5670560. I think she was making some Warren Beatty reference there. WQAM, hello.
I think Josh has come.
Okay, good. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I was listening to your little pitch, not pitch, but reading that little story about the impeachment proposal by the states.
Yes.
And just as I was pulling up to an intersection up here in beautiful Palm Beach County heading into Broward, and I saw this bumper sticker, but it was on a guy's rear window, and it's the classic of the week so far. It read, "I'd rather hunt with Dick than ride with Ted." I thought you could have charged out of that.
That's cute, yeah. Okay, thanks, Pally.
You said it, buddy.
Bottoms up. 5670560, pound 560. Oh, there's the doggy psychologist on CNN. See? This is what we get. There's that poor old golden man, looks about 100 years old, and they got the doggy psychologist there trying to straighten his ass out. I should have had a doggy shrink for Tiny, for that little dog. Boy, most little dogs are crazy. You do know that. Do you have a dog?
Yes, I do.
Now, what kind of a dog is it?
A pit bull.
No, I said, do you have a dog?
Don't be a
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm just, they put this guy in Tony Snow. I guess they're rearranging the chairs on the Titanic. This guy's been critical of Bush. I know he's a right-wing fascist.
Yeah, there's a story that I sent that'll be on our website tomorrow where he called him everything incompetent, everything under the sun. And, of course, you just know that they're going to be dragging all of those quotes out everywhere you look.
Exactly. They might as well have had, the fat drug-addicted liar Rush Bing Bang be the guy.
Yeah.
But what do they think? That Tony Snow is going to be able to take care of the Washington press
They figured if there's anybody who could give a big snow job, he's the guy.
Well, he is. But it's going to be lie after lie, and he's going to be smiling. It's a joke. I hope that they really ream Tony Snow a new ass.
Amen.
Amen.
No, that's
See ya. Yeah, maybe they can bring Rita Cosby out there and she can whisper some questions at the news conference. Mr. Snow, what do you think of her? You see, I don't know why we need to be singled out because we got Geldie and Letty Martez and all these other squeaky people on here who don't belong on here. If it's good enough for MSNBC with all of General Electric's money, if that's the best they can put on here, then why should we expect to put real broadcasters on, huh?
Maybe that's where they're getting their ideas.
I think it was a bad idea to put Schmidt on there. I think the people feel that went a little too far. Notice how it doesn't have any no Schmidt. That was just too low of a shot, even for this show, which we ordinarily, we can go as low as you want. Oh, look at that little. Now, there was a little min pin. Did you see that? Are you not watching?
Yeah, no, I'm watching it.
Did you see that little min pin?
Yeah.
They're really cute. You don't want one, though, believe me. Oh, look at that little puppy. There you go. There's like a dachshund.
Which, by the way, to your terrible comment to my dog, but I've owned multiple retrievers.
It's not a terrible comment. A golden retriever that's the dog. Anybody, unless you got a small place, if you got like a small apartment, you don't want them. They're too big.
Right, I can't have one now. But
the golden retriever is almost like another human.
Great dogs. I've also had 2 dachshunds, so.
Never had one of those. No, I don't know. They're kind of like strange.
One of them really good. The other one,
Not so good. You killed it.
No, it was just fine. But
825 vote. It's always a sad day when you got to put the dog to sleep, But
yes,
then, as the months go by, you realize, boy, all the freedom you've got. What best describes most of the South Florida? That was a terrible thing to say. I do want to apologize.
Yeah, it was. That was almost as bad as saying,
no,
you like Steve Nash winning the NBA MVP.
Well, no, you're the one that said that you're glad he won because he's a white guy. You said that.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see a white guy win it. Isn't that what you said?
That's what I said.
Well, that's nasty. What difference does it make what the color of his skin is? How about if the best player wins? Larry Bird was white, and I think he was disgusting. He was a nauseating guy.
Well, he wasn't good looking, but you can't deny that he was
not just talking
great.
about good looking. Just the whole ambiance of him. He's just a yahoo. Forget about good looking.
He just looks like Big Bird, so you don't.
How many good looking 7-foot tall guys are there anyway? They're freaks.
Right.
Of course, except for that's another story. He's icy. He's got that icy sleeve. He's got something up his sleeve. 825 votes. That's kind of like Joe Namath, who could really play. Well, why is it most of these jocks can't speak? What is that?
Well, they can hit the head.
Although Troy Stratford, he can speak. Brain dead, 262 South Floridians. Illegals, 126. Average, 98. Kind of like middle of the road. Insane, 77. Reject, 67. A-hole, 61. The ladder is ready to fall over. That's climbing up so fast. Even Spider-Man never climbed up the side of a building that fast. Ostriches, 50. Losers, 44. And Fine Americans, 40. No Schmidt. Out of 825. No Schmidt. Hey, no Schmidt, all you horse racing fans and poker players. Pompano Park Racing and Poker has got all the gambling action you're looking for. It will also feature simulcasting of the Kentucky Derby next Saturday, May 6th. You don't have to waste any extra gas or drive any further than you have to in order to watch and wager on the Run for the Roses. Pompano Park will feature early bird wagering on Kentucky Derby Friday, May 5th, starting at noon. And then on Saturday, May 6th, you can watch and plunge your lungs on the Kentucky Derby, plus the last 2 races from Churchill Downs. Come to be part of the crowd as they root home the winner of the first leg of the Triple Crown. Pompano Park will also have free past performance pages for the Derby field. Located just a half mile from the I-95 and the Turnpike, Pompano Park is easy to get to. And best of all, offers you free admission and free general parking every day of your life. Live harness racing in the Great Smoke-Free Poker Room is open every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Poker starts at noon, like in 2 minutes today, goes on till midnight. And live racing gets underway nightly at 7:25 p.m., Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, like tonight. And don't miss out on Dollar Night Wednesdays like tonight. That's when draft beer, soda, hot dogs, and lots more. Just $1 a piece starting at 6 p.m. Don't forget, a week from this Saturday, next Saturday, May 6th, watch and plunge on the Kentucky Derby at Pompano Park, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the current racing schedule, 954-972-2000, or go on the web at pompanopark.com. And don't forget, they even named a street after Mickey McNichol in Detroit.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
This is Mohammed David, and this portion of the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour is brought to you by the letter 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slices of pizza. All for me.
Just 2 young Duke boys, never meaning no harm. All right. Accused of beating a stripper, got in trouble with the law. Now they wish they weren't born. Watching her curves, eyeing her heels, will prove they're innocent now. Well, their lawyers probably will. Making their way to the courtroom now. They had a little more fun than the campus allows. Just 2 young Duke boys from the Duke lacrosse team. sure got out of hand. Now all over the land, they got their face on TV.
Oh, yeah, I'm all over that story, man. Like stink on Grace Metalius. I'm just all over it. Not. 5670560. Better get these phones cranked up again, man, because I don't have like a real huge pile that I want to like sift through here today. I want to get my throat agitated. Now that Cepacol did such a fine job of like soothing my aching throat, my shoulder, the whole deal. Feel like a new man. Feel like I'm going to go out there and win like $50,000 today. So that new Toshiba must be out, huh? The new Toshiba HD player.
That's right.
DVD player.
So you're hoping to win 450 at least.
No, that's only for a start. I mean, if I only won 450, I don't leave at 450. It's not even worth it. You know, that pays for a little more than cab fare. You know, about 3 times cab fare, 4 times. Forget about that. That's just for starters. That's just to start playing with their money a little bit. Then you hit the 3,000 online. Then you run out the door. They put the money in your hand. You say, thank you very much. You give them a 20 and you run out the door. And I'm sure that you're going to be tipping the attendants when they start paying, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Jackpots.
That's right.
Just keep that in mind. I had somebody the other day who was telling me, I would never tip the attendants. I said, what the hell's wrong with you? They're going to let your ass sit there for like hours. Nut job. Some people just don't know that. I should write a book on on gambling etiquette. Wouldn't that be good?
You would
How
know.
many copies of that? What?
I said you would know.
Yeah, on racino etiquette. Get all you bastards ready for this summer when they finally open up those damn slots. Finally. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Just like you like to know that gas prices were as low as $2.45 a gallon in Jersey like 2 weeks ago. I went up to Hershey, PA, and I went through Jersey to go to New York.
Went up to Hershey Highway, yeah.
And I got to tell you, PA is gorgeous, especially Hershey Town. All that free chocolate, but it's very, very nice there. And anyway.
Yeah. 5670560. I knew that. I told you he was going up to Hershey Highway. And pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
My sugar is fine.
Okay, good. We don't care. Not interested. Just tell us when the next Prozac shipment comes in, okay? We got one Schmidt. Look at that. One person voted for that. Somebody really even more caustic and skeptical and nasty than we are. I don't want to put that on there, but you insisted. 844. We got an hour and 40 minutes. We'll get that 1,000 real easy, right? Not even a contest today. Still waiting for this phone to explode here, though. I'll tell you that. Don't forget this Saturday, that NFL draft party at Hooters in the Pembroke Pines, 10 to 5, sponsored, presented by Heineken. Now, I'm not doing line 9, okay? You do line 9.
Well, okay.
And I just want to make sure these other ones they're still functioning, because after what we had the other day, you can never be too sure. Thanks to Bell South, by the way. Thanks for that fabulous job welcoming me back from vacation on Monday. That was a beautiful thing. We had phones ringing like crazy, but we couldn't see where they were ringing or what they were dinging and what was going on because Bell South sucks. They may not be good, but at least they're consistent. One thing about the utilities in South Florida, like Florida Plunder and Loot, there's another one for you. They got their hands in both your pockets, and they're sticking their foot right in. And that's it, as far as they can. WQAM, hello.
Neil, the Jumbo Man sucks.
Yeah, good. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
9.
Yeah, let's try line 9 while we're at it. QAM, Eddie line. Yeah, huh? How did we know, huh? Sounded like he was in a little bit of pain today, too. That was Eddie Jr. WQAM,
icy hot.
Yeah. I wonder what he's got up his sleeve. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If I'm going to depend on these callers today to bail me out till 1:45, forget about it. They really suck. Very, very slow, down to dribs and drabs. You know, this is what happens when you spoil the audience and you sit and you spoon feed them and read all this crap day after day. I'm not going to do it. Not today. I throw this feeling much better now. I feel right in that pulling the slot, punching that button moved, you know. Not going to let these people move me off my appointed grounds. 847 there, man, on the pull. 847. We'll have that 1,000 before you can say Joe Bell's a goofball. Say it, though. WQAM, hello.
I got needles.
WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I'm Go.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Now, with Michael and the Godfather, he married Apollonia. She got blown up in the car, so she couldn't have had a kid
because she got killed a few days after they got married. Is that right?
There was no baby, and she got blown up. Of course, we mentioned that yesterday, but this guy still wants to insist that somehow she was Mary's mother, even though she was dead and she was never pregnant in the first place. Maybe it was an immaculate contraception, or maybe the guy that called is just an imbecile. You think that's possible?
Right, but one other question. When he moved over there, he had the black guy from McCluskey still. When he proposed, already engaged the kid, he was pretty busy with his cannoli there.
Yeah, okay, whatever you say. And don't forget.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
What was he talking about? The black guy? Well, what black guy was in The Godfather? Did I miss the movie he saw?
I don't know. There actually isn't any.
No, there are no black people. That's why Josh liked it so much. 5670560, pound 560. I bet you Steve Nash is in it, though. What do you think? In fact, maybe that was an old Nash Rambler that she was driving when it blew up, but a bing like that, remember?
Yeah.
You driving alone, boss? You going alone? You driving? Yeah. Sunday, Saturday, Monday. That'll teach her to screw up the days of the week. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
How you doing?
Good. Like I was telling you yesterday, when I got pulled over, I said to the cops,
Okay, good. WQAM, hello.
Tom Gustafson.
All right, lives. WQAM, hello.
Neil, I challenge you to find true happiness.
WQAM, hello.
Hey,
Back
how
to
you
the
doing,
pivot
Neil?
spot, man. Back to the pivot spot.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Good. He didn't say the black guy. He said that Michael had a black eye. He still had the black eye.
No, he said he had a black guy, is what he said.
No. He had a black eye.
Yeah.
El ojo negro. You know what the ojo negro is.
Ojo negro, yeah, or ojo.
Rectum.
How do you say brown in Spanish? 5670560. I don't have any idea how you say brown now that you mention it in Spanish. Do you?
I'm trying to think.
Well, you're supposed to be... Now, let me ask you something. Jesse Agler, I noticed at the end of the show yesterday, George played that silly-ass Scotty Mac crap, you know?
Right.
Uno, dos, tres, whatever that crap. And Jesse Agler comes on, cuatro, cinco, seis, with that crap. What is he trying to tell us?
Well, that's good, actually, yeah.
What does that
We
mean?
like
That's
people
good?
responding to our drop.
No, I understand that. No, I'm not.
Even though they didn't let us play the whole drop, that wasn't the whole drop. We got cut off, but hey.
Why is that?
All right.
I got to tell you right now, I don't know where the hell that is. I know it's. Oh, here it is. It's under Smack. It's like.
I touched her dot.
Yeah. Oh.
Neil Rogers, good. George Rodriguez, no good.
Oh, no, that's bad. Especially on...
Thanks, honey.
Okay. I didn't realize we had all these in here. Look at this. Scotty Mac. My God.
Oh, yeah. That feels great.
Oh, brother. You never met Scotty Mac, and boy, you ever lucky. Talk about a silly person. You know, some of these people like college kids who then they get to be like 35 and they're still like college kids and they do silly pranks and they're like overgrown children, you know.
Right.
Kind of like what we got there running the radio station. Kind of like that. That's Scotty Mac. 12 minutes past noon at QAM. We got Marlon game, and then we got Geldie for 48 solid hours.
This is Neil Rogers.
Put extra batteries in your transistor sister, baby. It's going to take a lot of juice.
Rat, all the slime, all the time.
Hello, I'm Naomi Campbell. And I'm Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney. Recently, we've come under scrutiny for using our cellular phones as weapons.
This is all much ado about a hairdo.
You go, girl.
This is ridiculous. They got these people coming up trying to interrupt me when I'm talking.
Excuse me, ladies.
What are you doing? You don't see me recording the commercial?
Ladies, you don't understand.
Are you the one that stole my jeans?
That's the one that took your jeans, girl.
What would I be doing with a woman's pair of jeans?
Get him.
I think he's dead.
I think we killed him, but he did take your jeans.
And he did make fun of your hair.
This is much ado about a hairdo.
That's what I was saying.
This is what the phone should be used for.
Not just for dialing, text messaging, or internet use.
But for opening up people's heads like a coconut.
Excuse me, ladies.
What are you doing?
I see you have cell phones,
Who are you talking to, honky?
Do you need to use my cell phone?
Yeah, I'd like to make a call. It's very important.
Let's give him our cell phone.
Let's give it to him now.
Another example of great cellular phone use.
This is much ado about a hairdo.
What should we do now, Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney?
I'll tell you what, Naomi. Let's go up to my office. I have some coffee.
Excuse me, ladies.
What?
I need to see some ID, please.
Identification. Don't you know who I am? I work in this building.
Hey! And you know who I am? I'm supermodel Naomi Campbell.
That's a supermodel.
I still need to see your ID.
I got my phone right here. I'll give you my ID right now.
Nicely done, Cynthia.
Thank you very much, Naomi.
By the way, I love your hairdo.
You're beautiful, girl.
Paid for by the Committee to Make Cell Phones Legal Weapons.
12:18 at QM. Here's a sensational phony fax from Matt and South Beach, supposedly. Guess what, Matt? My numbers are still sensational. And, number two, the idea that Miami is the most dynamic city in the world. You must not get out of the house too much, okay? You must stick strictly down around South Beach.
I got
all those. What?
I was going to say I got something else sensational.
What's that?
I got how you say brown in Spanish.
How's that?
You're not going to believe me. Marron.
Rojo. What?
Marron.
Marron?
Yeah.
Is that like maricon?
No.
Or is that like bugarron?
Well, I'm pretty sure marron in
marron.
Italian means...
Oh, no, don't start now. Don't start
say.
going there. Anyway, Matt with a caustic, I'm glad your ratings are going down the tube, unless people will be hearing your obsolete swill, you're out of touch, you're blah-blah-blah-blah-bee, blah-blah-blah. Yeah, no, I'm doing just fine, okay? And this idea, if you're happy with what Miami is in downtown and uptown and all this other crap, stay there, Matt. It's a perfect place for you, okay? I got another one for the poll, by the way, we didn't put on there, which we'll zoom up there. Hostile.
Yes.
Hostile. See, if it was only me, Matt, I'd say, well, I'm just a malcontent. I don't like this, bada-beep, bada-boop. But it's not just me. In fact, most people that I know basically say the same thing. But that's okay. You enjoy it, Matt. In fact, you'll be the only one on that Metro Mover. Just like on the Metro Fail. You'll be on that, riding that one. Ride it out to Hialeah. Anyway, I'm not going to waste my time with this thing about... In fact, it's probably from across the street is what it looks like to me. Oh, yeah, everybody's quoting the people on the ticket and 790 this, bada beep, bada boop, bada boop. Well, big deal. Doesn't affect me. Got nothing to do with this show. Here's one that says the Holy Land Experience Biblical Theme Park near Orlando won't have to pay property tax under a bill passed today by the House. Park officials describe the 5-year-old Holy Land Experience as more of a Bible-based history museum aimed at religion. And by the way, I notice Matt's still listening, too. Aimed at religious education. Visitors can enter a replica of Jesus' tomb or see Jesus heal a blind man, climb the stairs of a fake Herod's temple, and travel down a recreation of Via Dolorosa. The park has been in a battle with tax officials in Orange County over whether it's required to pay local taxes. But the bill is meant to clarify that the nonprofit park is exempt from local property taxes as well. Bill passed the House 93-25. Still needs Senate approval in your Yahoo state. Martin and Cape Coral. See, all the faxes just came in because they didn't bother putting anybody else in there, assuming that just one person can do all of this, now that George is out sick today. So obviously, Josh, during a break, decided to go in there and send along. We had a whole pile of faxes. No, including that love fax from Matt, who not only is listening today, but obviously was listening the other day when we were talking about Europe, bada beep, bada boop, yeah. Quote everything I say on the show, but I'm out of touch, and the ratings are down the tube, and I'm feeding a bunch of swill, and obsolete, and all this other stuff. Glad you like the show, Matt. Martin in Cape Coral says, I can't listen to your show daily, maybe twice a week, so I don't know if you already mentioned the new movie coming out May 24th, An Inconvenient Truth. Starring Al Gore. It's about global warming and its effect on the Earth. That should be pretty scintillating, a movie starring Al Gore.
Oh.
People can pledge to see a movie on opening weekend. I do check articles on your website daily, though. Great articles. Link to a movie trailer, climatecrisis.net. Says Martin in Cape Coral. Here's John in, this is John from Columbia, South Carolina, who doesn't put that on anymore because he knows we're tired of that.
By the way, a movie with Al Gore I might fall asleep quicker than Network.
I would imagine so. Anal, he says. Well, we can say that in regard to our poll. We certainly can't say that in regard to anything else, but we can say it on the poll. You got it?
Okay.
Also, please add nasty to the poll, somebody says. And then I have no idea what this fax is. Where did this come from? Larry can get an office or cell number for this George. Did you see this?
No.
What do you mean you didn't see it? Where the hell did it come from? You sent it to me.
No, I didn't.
The hell you didn't.
Trust me.
It's George's handwriting, and it's got...
Can you hear me?
What?
There you go. By the way, this board doesn't work.
What are you talking about?
Miguel is in there. He came in to eat lunch, and he sent you those faxes. And the board in there is not working correctly. He can't hear you.
So what do I care whether you can hear me or not? You're just in there eating lunch.
Well, George might have some technical issues. That's all he's saying tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Well, but that'll take all the fun out of it if we correct that today.
This is true.
That's the QMF and way. I bet you Matt in South Beach will be tuning in special tomorrow to make sure he hears all our technical screw-ups. Matt loves it. Even though, of course, all the sports people are over there at 790 the ticket. We'll find out about that next Tuesday. We'll see if they can crack a 1, okay? If they can crack a 2 share anytime during their sports numbers. We know they're not going to crack a 2 in midday. We know that. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. They're still sucking wind, okay? Steve says, poll suggestion, which TV character could ever be played by only one person? Examples, Columbo, Peter Falk, R.C. Bunker, Carol O'Connor, Perry Mason, Raymond Burr. I mean, I appreciate Steve making an effort for us, but isn't that like a little ridiculous?
That's beyond ridiculous.
Yeah, because whoever plays characters like the ones he's talking about, I mean, right?
Yeah.
Not just anybody can play. Who else could have played the Fonz, right? I mean, I just... Thanks, Steve, but don't do that again.
Hey.
Yeah. There was one black guy in The Godfather. He was Khartoum's handler. Remember Khartoum? I'm not going to race him, though. I'm going to put him out to stud and then put his head in my bed. Khartoum's handler, and his name was, as though I'm supposed to know that. I may be a Godfather fan, but I'm not a crazy person yet. He says, I know the answer. Jack Waltz says to him, thanks, blank, his name. Longtime listener, Larry the Appraiser. Well, thanks, Larry, but you could have told us because there ain't a Chinaman's chance in purgatory that I would know the answer to that. Do you? Of course not.
No.
I'm not going to race him. I'm going to put him out to Khartoum. And he's like, and then he says...
I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, Wop, Greaseball, Goombas come out of the woodwork.
Exactly. And then he also said...
Well, let me tell you something, my crunk Mick friend.
Where's the one where he says he never gets... Oh, I know. No, that's not it. That's not worth it. Okay, thanks, Larry, the appraiser. So the board in there isn't working right. What a novelty. I'll tell you one thing. That Clarabelle, he's got that place running like a clock. Like Big Ben. 887. We need 113 votes in an hour and 25 minutes. That should be easy, shouldn't it? Get to that 1,000 by 12 by... is it 12:45? I better get that music cranked up if we're going to have a game at 12:45.
Are we going with something else today?
Oh. I'm thinking we ought to, Marlins on deck at 1:45 because it's in Chicago on Central Time, so their 1:20 game is 2:20 our time, and that really sucks. I mean, 15 minutes. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth even if it is cartoon, but that's not much of a big deal.
No,
not like
right.
some kind of a big bargain. Oh, you get off early tomorrow. 15 minutes. Woo! Hostile. No votes for hostile yet. I'm surprised. I thought that one would go zooming up there. 567, even hostile faxes from people who are listening. See, that's the best part. I hate you. I can't stand you, but I'm listening. I heard you say this the other day, and then last Monday you said this, but like that.
By the way, I have a question because you said hostile reminded me of a hostel. Do you know, because it came up, the hostels, you have your own room and you share a bathroom, or is it just a bunch of beds?
Well, you're talking about a different kind of hostel.
Like in Europe.
HOSTEL, yes, they have them all over Europe, especially in Amsterdam and places like that where a lot of young punks go, backpacking.
Now, what's the deal with those?
What's the deal with what? Like I would know, like I've been inside of a hostel,
I'm
youth
just
hostel?
curious, maybe you've known, you would know.
No, I would not know. I know there's a zillion of them. Why, are you planning on staying in one when you go to Amsterdam?
That'd probably be the only way.
I would have thought that now with all the big bucks you got, you'd stay like at the Grand Krasnopolsky or one of those 5-star hotels, which aren't all that great anyway, but they're okay. But you want to stay at some youth hostel for like about $3 a day or something like that?
That probably, yeah.
No extra charge for the roaches. In fact, you'll probably find zillions of them in the ashtrays. Now, you'd like it there. I think George ought to, now that he's got that new contract, he ought to write you a check.
All right.
If you hop on a plane, send you over there like coach class. In fact, we'll strap you up. We'll strap you up against the tail of the plane on the outside.
I'll stand. No big deal.
Yeah, we'll strap your ass up on the inside the cabin, or maybe in cargo. And then once you get there, you'll have a whale of a time, guaranteed. Anybody can't have a good time there, even though I'm really burned out on that place. I really am. But if you can't have a good time there, then you're like dead. Or maybe you're brain dead, like South Florida.
I agree, and I haven't even been there.
Right, but you're anxious to go, and I can see why. And of course, when you would walk around in the red light district. And you look at not so much the ones down by the canal there. What the hell? I don't even know what you call that area. By the old church. Oh, not good.
No. What about the red light district?
And it's too dark. I beg your pardon?
Any good in the red light district?
That's what I'm getting to, if you'll just be patient.
Okay.
But if you go on the, I can't think of the name of the street, but it's a long street where they have all of these, strip shows and all these dens of iniquity. And on that street, it's also a major part of the red light district, and there's like almost all white chicks in those windows. And man, oh man, your tongue would be on the top of your shoe, or maybe on the bottom of your shoe. Maybe you'd be stepping on it. And the tongue, too. You wouldn't believe it. You'd think to myself, I can actually go in there and pay a few bucks and get, yeah. You sure can. And you'd say to yourself, I don't think I'm ever leaving this place. Although, of course, there's always downtown Miami.
This is Neil Rogers.
That's what's happening, baby.
This is 560 QAM.
Howard David's a bitch.
Message.
And she knew the secret.
Within a code.
It's not possible.
Hidden in plain sight.
The truth is right in front of you. Look at it.
For centuries.
You know the truth.
Jesus was married.
No.
He had children, and no.
What did Da Vinci know?
Jesus had a pet. Toad.
I'm sorry, what?
Jesus had a pet toad.
I'm sorry, I still don't. It sounded like you said he had a...
His name was a scooter.
The Da Vinci Toad.
You cannot keep this secret buried. People must know.
Now, Toad's descendants are still alive. The fictional secret is no longer a secret anymore.
Here, little Toad.
The Da Vinci Toad.
Get a free Jesus bobblehead while supplies last.
All right, that'll get him in there, especially in South Florida. You know, I dug this this hostile fax out of the wastebasket because ordinarily I have fun with these. I never fail to read one.
Okay.
But this one was just so ridiculous. But I think to make the point, because it fits right in with the poll we're taking today.
What do you got?
Matt in South Beach writes, I thought that you might find it interesting, although I don't, that last night when Channel 10 was reporting the big story of the Ricky Williams suspension, they went straight to the 790 The Ticket studio to get fans' reactions. I've seen other channels do the same. It seems that everyone has forgotten WQAM. If you had a sling box, which is advertised on your station, you'd be able to watch it from there. Well, guess what, Max? I don't have a sling box. I don't want a sling box, although you're slinging it pretty good, and I have no interest in watching Channel 10 News or 467 or any of the other ones, or 23. But here comes the good part. Also, you mentioned yesterday about how great Europe is because everything is close together with convenient public transportation. I didn't say anything about great or not great. I just said that the gas price is not as relevant there because they don't have to drive long distances to go to work, etc., and so on, and they have bicycles and mopeds and public transportation, etc. That's what I said. I didn't say anything about great or not great. Did I? No. You'll be happy to know that Miami, here comes the good part. Miami is adding a streetcar system to Midtown, Uptown, and South Beach, in addition to the Metro Mover and miles of new Metro Rail being built, which will also connect at a hub at the airport. There are tens of thousands of new luxury housing units being built downtown, right next to Orpheus buildings within walking distance. There's also a new museum park being built between the new Performing Arts Center and the arena, as well as an entertainment complex going into next to a new downtown mall that's bigger than the Eaton Center. Da-da-da-da-da. That's right. Their mall's going to be bigger than my mall. There'll be no need for anyone downtown to own a car. Of course, since you haven't been to downtown Miami since the Panthers left, and guess what, Matt? Neither has most anybody else. You're oblivious to the fact that downtown Miami has become the most dynamic city in the world. Is there anybody who believes that?
I'm sorry. I must have missed that. Can you read that one more time?
Since you haven't been to downtown Miami since the Panthers left, you're oblivious to the fact that downtown Miami has become the most dynamic city in the world. It's good to know that your ratings are going down the tube, so that less people are hearing your obsolete swill. Or is it the other way around? Less people are listening because your out-of-touch material is outdated and obsolete. Love, Matt in South Beach. See, I hate to break the news to you, Matt. A city, a place, isn't about buildings. It isn't about shopping malls. There's plenty of places that have shopping malls. I'm sure in Toledo, Ohio, they got big shopping malls. It's about people. It's about attitude. It's about the lifestyle. It's about the way people treat you and the way you feel treated and the way just your life in general. So this idea, they can build 70,000 miles of Metro Rail, and they can build 50,000 more shopping malls, 40 times bigger than the freaking Eaton Center in downtown Toronto, as if that has something to do with it. That's not what makes a city. But, you know, just the one line. I mean, forget about the sarcasm at the end, which my ratings are not going down the tube. I hate to break the news to you. Sorry.
How about all the bums and homeless in downtown Miami?
I don't know, because
that's what I think when I go down.
Since the Panthers played. And by the way, since the Panthers when they were playing, I went to every home game. When I was in town, I went to every home game at the old Miami Arena. How do you like that? And driving out of there, by the way, was no picnic. And speaking of what you're talking
about.
That's
what I'm saying.
Well, there you go. But Miami has become the most dynamic city in the world. I got news for you. The guys with the butterfly nets and the rubber raincoats, they're after you, man. They'll be after you real quick, man, if they find you. You'll be in a white suit, you'll be in a zoot suit in a rubber room in 5 minutes if they find you after writing crap like that. The most dynamic city in the world. Yeah, but to each its own. Oh, wait a minute, is this another one? I don't understand this. Well, I'm getting faxes now. Is Miguel in there writing stuff on here?
No, he's just sitting in there sending you faxes.
Oh, here's Jimmy Stiffel is the sports director at Channel 10. Well, not only that, but Channel 10's got a bug up their ass because Mandich told them to stuff it on that sports show of theirs when they told him what kind of beer he ought to be drinking.
Nobody tells the Mad Dog what kind of beer he drinks.
That's exactly right. So he told them to stuff it. So Channel 10, of course, is going to build up the other guys, just like the Herald is building up the other guys because they got Greg Kotex and Dan LeBastard on their payroll over there. So that's like a big surprise. Like, one thing I've told you before, I've been in this market for 30 long years, okay? You can't talk yourself into ratings, okay? Either you got them or you don't got them. And you can 790 me from now until the cows come home. They haven't got squat. You couldn't find their audience with a damn compass and a road map. Yeah, Jimmy Syphilis just happens to be the sports director. By the way, they're losing $3.5 million net is what's going to be the loss the first year on their Dolphin broadcast. God only knows how much more they're going to lose next year. So they can give you a big song and a dance and lie to the South Florida Business Journal and tell you how much money they made and they're doing this and that. They're losing their ass. Just like at least we admit we're losing our ass on the freaking Marlins, who are coming up at 145, by the way. See, we don't have to lie about such stuff. When the ratings come out and I go through that whole list, I don't make them up. I don't try to talk myself into, oh, look at this, we got a 42 share. Well, how can you do that? How can you do that when anybody who's wants to can go online can eventually get the numbers? I mean, right there in black, white, and pink. But thanks for listening religiously, though, Matt. And I'm glad you're a happy camper, man. It's not everything is. We all have different tastes. If downtown Miami is for you, I'm delighted. It ain't for me. Josh don't live in Dade County. No. Even Miguel. Didn't Miguel get out of Dade County?
Yeah, he did.
Even Miguel, who's a professional Cuban, even though he's never been to Cuba, even he who's obsessed with anything having to do with Cuba, including cigars, he don't live in Dade County anymore. Even that little spick George lives in Hollywood now. Last time I checked, that's in Broward County, not in Dade County, not anywhere near downtown Miami. So I just mentioned that, try to single me out because I'm obsolete and out of touch. Hey, something, more power to you. I hope wonderful thing happen because there are a lot of nice people in South Florida. They deserve to have something good happen for them finally. Like maybe get out of there would be the best thing that would happen. Is there a week that goes by that we don't hear from people telling us that they're finally getting the hell out? How about the guy that called before that said he was going to go visit San Diego for a few days and the only regret he had was that he had to come back? How about that guy? Yeah. Did I make that up?
No.
It's a horrible, there is no downtown. There is no anything. There are just a bunch of disconnected bedroom towns. That's what South Florida is all about. If the Chamber of Commerce don't like it, too stinking bad. I lived there for 30 freaking excruciating years, and it sucks. You got your Pembroke Pines and Plantation and Sunrise and Weston, and you got your Hollywood, and you got your Miami, and you got your West Sweetwater, and you got Kendall and the Homestead, all of these things. And it's just a big Coral Springs. I should have left that out because you lived there once upon a time.
Yeah.
And none of them have anything to do with each other. It's just one bedroom town after another. As a matter of fact, when you fly into Miami or you fly into anywhere, Fort Lauderdale, and you're on the approach, and you can see as you're coming over on a clear day, when you're coming over the east coast of Florida, you can just see there's like no end. It's just connected. All the condos on the ocean are just connected. One bedroom town. Here's Delray, and here's Deerfield, and here's Pompano, and here's Fort Lauderdale, and none of them have anything to do with each other. There is no downtown. There is no magnet. There's magnets, but there's no magnet. And if you like it, I'm ecstatic for it. Let me say it again. The greatest thing that ever happened in my life was escaping. Believe me, escaping. I feel like I escaped from Alcatraz, from death row. But Matt, he's got the answers. What time's your show on, by the way, Matt? And what time's your date with Jimmy? 920 votes on the poll. Which best describes most of South Florida residents? And see, the reason these are mostly so negatory has got to be my fault, right? Because it's all of the people, just agreeing with me.
That's right, you hostile bastard. You.
That's right. I'm a hostile, dirty old bastard. Dirty old D-O-F-B, dirty old fag bastard.
Dirty, we call him.
Yeah. Brain dead, 287. Illegals, 132. Average, 108. A-holes, 93. Boy, look at the way did I tell you it was climbing or what? 93, it's in fourth place. It's going to pass average like they're sitting on their Metro Rail. And by the way, nobody rides the Metro Rail, Matt. Hate to break the news to you. Insane, 82. Reject, 70. Ostriches, 50. Fine Americans, 45. Losers, 45. Well, losers could be fine Americans. They're just unlucky. Like Mo Green, remember? You're just unlucky, not skimming off the top. Hostile, 6. Anal, 1. Schmidt, 1. And Nasty, none. None yet.
This is Neil Rogers. 530, man. This is 560 QAM.
A lollipop, little boy?
I'm dying over here.
I have no life.
I wanna end my life in the sun. Wanna live where even the old can have fun, like my rotting remains on those golden grains. I wanna die in Florida. All right. I wanna die. Absolutely.
What are you going to do about it, you fairy?
Here's a great fax from our buddy Sergio in Hialeah. He says, I totally agree with you. There's nothing dynamic about Miami. What a moron, that Matt. M-O-R-O-N. When you talk about a dynamic cosmopolitan city, you have to mention Hialeah as being right up there in the top 5 global cities. You got it, Sergio. And that's why everybody's hopping on that Metro trail to go out there to Hialeah. That's why that track is really going big out there in Hialeah. Am I right? The one with the big palm trees and the flamingos. Used to be. 934 votes on the poll. We got a little under an hour. Oh, better get my music ready for the start of that pregame show. You know?
What will it be?
Oh, you know what it's going to be. Hey, I didn't go out there and spend like $12 for Thin Lizzy so I could just leave it sitting in the old jewel case, huh? Now, I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people. I don't like to complain too much unless I get a chance. But jewel boxes to me are like, can't they come up with a new way of packaging the CDs? And DVDs, too, while you're at it. But CDs especially, because these damn jewel cases fall apart. You know what I mean? Doesn't that bug you when that happens?
Yeah, it bugs me when I hear that song again. I mean, yeah.
You don't want to hear that song?
Come on, mix it up a little. Play a little Motown or something. I know you got that around.
Oh, you are really... When's George coming back? Oh, let me talk to Clarabelle. Get him in there. Let's do it on the air about your deal. I kind of liked you over there on the other side of the building. No, you're all right. You're okay in small doses. Let's see. A little Motown? Oh, you don't want to hear that Ben Harper again, do you? Oh, that's right. I got the instrumental there, the Flick. That was pretty good. Where is that thing? There it is. Earl Van Dyke, but I don't think we can say Dyke. Is that okay? Will that do?
That'll do it.
Or, now, see, I like playing this one because it's like a bed. It's not really, it's an instrumental, but it's not really like, what the hell was that? Oh, there it is. It's just a bed. Oh, and then we also got this one. Hear that phone ring in the other room? Bet there's that $1 million check from Ed McMahon waiting for me downstairs. I better go answer it. I don't think I need to answer it. I know what it is. It's about my next freebie at Niagara Falls. You don't like that? That's the bed from,
is it like a bass solo?
Bernadette. It'll eventually get going. That's why I'm leaving it go. Here we go. It's coming. See? Got it?
I say we go with the first one.
Yeah, the flick. Okay. I'll flick it back to where it was. 567. Come on, let's find out about downtown Miami. Maybe I'd like to come back to town and live on Brickell. That would be a good idea. Get the hell out of this damn Canuck place. Get back down there where the real people are, huh? What are you chuckling about?
Sure.
Who the hell wants to be up here with these damn frogs, man? Although there aren't any frogs anywhere by me. I don't see any. One thing about this place, if you're on Ontario, you're allowed to shoot the frogs. That's what Stephen Harper told me. 939 votes. We need 61 more, and we got almost an hour to do it. That should be real easy, shouldn't it?
Sure.
Downtown Miami, the most dynamic cosmopolitan area in the world. Oh! Not just in the U.S., certainly not just in Florida, in the world, in the universe. WQAM, hello. QAM. Lunch line. Yeah, it sounds like he's eating the phone. Come on, we're waiting now. Let's hear all your response to Matt. Let all you people that love Miami, all you people that love that Metro Rail, all you people that love that shuttle bus. God, if I'm going to find a city that's going to be dynamic, it better have, like the tram in Amsterdam, man. That's why I like going there. Get on the tram. Get on Central Station and go all the way down there to whatever that place is, the Flower Market. Okay. What more could you want, right? Ride the tram all around and get on that circle tram that goes around the city, number 20. I think they discontinued that. WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil, how's it going?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Boy, that Matt sounds like a brain surgeon, huh? From South Beach?
Rocket scientist.
I was really concerned about our gas prices, but yesterday when I saw on CNN, they showed a little caption there that it said, Bush was investigating why the gas prices were so high.
That's right. He's also investigating why there were no WMDs in Iraq. That's right.
When I saw that, I just told I was in the gym. I told all my buddies, I said, hey, man, now we can relax. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
You told them all, drop the soap and just get ready.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, Neil.
Good luck, Pally. I'll see you in that dynamic downtown Miami area, man, and that big shopping mall. Isn't that what you go when you go like on vacation? Don't you pick places that have big shopping malls? Like by my house out there's the Sawgrass, you know. That's the number 2 tourist attraction in Florida after Disney World. Doesn't that tell you everything you need to know?
Nobody speaks English there.
Not only, forget about what they speak, but what is there? What is there to see at the Sawgrass beside the purple parrot and the dumbass dolphin? Well, what is there to see out there?
I have no idea.
I watched them build it from my backyard in my prior house there. I could see them building it, and what is it? What's the attraction there? WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You're touching right on it, man, about Miami. I was born and raised here. I just can't seem to get out of here. But, they're
don't be negative now. You're going to get Matt all upset.
I get to go fishing a lot, so I get offshore.
Well,
a lot of people, if you don't get on the water out here, it really sucks because it's just hot and miserable.
Exactly.
But if you get out into nature a little bit, you might have a little good time. But that downtown Miami, boy, they're building it so fast that just the other day, didn't you hear, they knocked 2 guys off with a crane.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
One of them died. They shut the whole area down for a week.
Even though I'm out of touch, I did see that. Just like I saw the Ricky Williams story, even though I don't get Channel 10.
Oh, man. And the traffic was a nightmare down there. And what's supposed to save us? That goddamn Metro Rail?
Oh, no. I had hit that twice.
And I hit it
once myself. You got that guy riled up, Matt. You got him a little bit upset. He's not too happy with that Metro fail and all that construction and the cranes and the whooping cranes and whooping cough. I'll tell you one thing. I sure feel a lot better today. Yesterday, by the end of the show, I felt like death on toast.
You weren't feeling too good this morning either.
No, when I came out, I thought, oh, my God, George is sick. I thought, how the hell am I going to squawk through 4 hours? But that Seepicol, man, that stuff seeps right through you. You ever have that seeping problem?
Not lately.
Don't get fat, because when you get fat, you have that seeping problem. I don't want to get too graphic. In fact, usually sepia, I think, is the... what was the word again? Marron?
Marron. Yeah.
No, that's not a dirty word. Marron in Italian means like oy vey, like marron.
No, pretty sure it doesn't.
No, you're wrong. Marron. It's like achipicchia. It's like, you're wrong. You got a dirty mind, man. There's nothing wrong with Marron. In fact, Jimmy Marron used to drive at Yonkers and Roosevelt with those purple colors.
Well, Marron.
You are so off base, man. You better get down with your Italian, because you sure don't know it. You better go over and see my buddy Professor Jack over at FIU and take some Italiano lessons.
Oh yeah.
Well, you laugh. I'm going to tell you, you would love it in Rome. I'm going to tell you, you would. Listen, Amsterdam would be number 1 on your list, but Rome is number 2. I'm telling you that right now.
No, that's not true. There's other places I would rather go than Amsterdam.
Than Rome? Than Amsterdam?
Yes.
Such as
Madrid?
No. I've been there, done that. No.
Is that right?
No.
Oh well.
What do you want to see in Madrid?
I just want to, get up at about 10 o'clock at night, party till about 7, 8 in the morning, and...
No. Madrid is as sterile as the inside of a oxygen tank.
Although, this coming from a guy who...
people are good, nice people.
All of my friends have said London is one of the best places you could ever go, and you hate it.
I've never been there. I have a friend that just spent 5 days in London. He thought it was pretty good. It was okay, not sensational. He thought the Brits were just what I think they are, and that's stuffy and obnoxious and ridiculous and silly. How's it going, mate? Hey, mate. No, that's where the Canadians got that part of their personality from. How's it going, eh? That whole thing came from the British, and they still can't get the damn Queen off our $20 bill, for Christ's sake. Get that bitch out of our lives already. She just turned 80. She don't look like a day over 100, the Queen. Well, there's a lot of queens here. 12:57 at 560 and in London, believe me. There's more than one queen in London. Trust me when I tell you. At the Melting Pot, fondue becomes a memorable 4-course dining experience, not just another pedestrian meal like you get in most restaurants, where you can really dip into something different. Enjoy a variety of unique entrees, special Melting Pot dipping sauces. Start your dinner with the Melting Pot's renowned cheese fondue, served with 3 different breads. What did I just say? Breads. Well, I get tongue-tied thinking about it, because I do love dipping in them sauces, and the food, too. Granny Smith apples and crisp veggies. Next, there's a choice of salads, all with the Melting Pot's homemade dressings. Your entrees include lobster. Can you imagine dipping lobster in that good stuff? Well, you probably already had it. Did they bring lobster in?
That's right. Well, I had it when I went there. They didn't bring it in.
Oh. Lobster, filet mignon, shrimp, Cajun seasoned chicken, pork, portobello mushrooms, duck, and more cooked in oil or broth. You get all these things to dip in your sauces there. They're out of this world. And the Melting Pot dipping sauces more than ever before, by the way. They've made this, not just, it used to be a very limited menu when they started. Now it's like the sky's the limit. And for dessert, I guarantee your blood sugar will rise at least 300 points. The chocolate fondue is to die for. You dip all your fresh fruits in there in that chocolate, strawberries, bananas. In fact, Ray Nagin will love it because it's real chocolate. Bananas, pineapple, cheesecake, brownies topped off with tasty marshmallows rolled in crushed Oreos and graham crackers. If you want something really different, really delicious at a price that isn't going to break your pocketbook, it's the Melting Pot. All over South Florida, by the way. They're in Fort Lauderdale, Coral Springs, Boca Raton, North Miami Beach, Cooper City, and Kendall. The Melting Pot for a really fantastic dining experience. Dip into something different.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Oh, this is Arnold. This is not a tumor. It's the 1 to 2 hour.
Now, wait a minute. That didn't sound like a legal ID to me. That rejoin?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
WQAM Miami, Fort Lauderdale, is that what we wanted to say?
That's it.
I have strong confidence in Don Rumsfeld. I hear the voices, but I'm the decider, and I decide what is best, and what's best is for Don Rumsfeld to remain as the Secretary of Defense.
You want me staying here? I'm not gonna dump him. I don't care what anyone says. I ain't gonna bump him. You want me to axe him for screwing up Iraq, but I'm gonna keep him for staying on my track. I know I've kept Cheney, who shoots his own buddies. I know that New Orleans is still pretty muddy. You say I'm a moron or a prima donna, but I'm the commander. I do what I wanna. I'm the decider. I don't have to think straight. I don't care what you say. You're not gonna stop me. I'm the decider, and I'm keeping rummy. I will decide and keep on dividing.
But mine's the final decision, and Don Rumsfeld is doing a fine job.
What are you going to do about it?
It's a 102 at 560 WQAM. We got 963. We'll have that 1,000 by the bottom of the hour. You can bet the Beast's life on it. Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you stop and think about it. Jimmy Syphilis is the sports director at 10. Joe Rose does sports on Channel 6. He's their main sports guy. And so is it surprising that every time that they want to talk to the pubic out there about some sports story, whether it's Ricky Martin or Ricky Williams or whoever it is, that they're hocking with the ticket, right? They're pumping their own ticket, like Greg Kotex and Dan LeBastard with the Herald, right?
Right.
And, of course, Barry Jackass, because he still got a bug up his ass because Greg Reed wasn't dating him anymore and cut off his brown bag lunches. So it's the same thing.
It's not really
every time one of these upstarts comes on here, like that, I don't even remember, like the Fan. What the hell was that? 1890 on the AM dial, that one way off the right end of the dial.
17.
Jim Berry and Mortestes Destrada, and it's on the front page of the Herald. Big story, Barry Jackass. Oh, my God, here's another sports station going to knock you in. And are they still around or what? No. And the next thing, it was 940 with that 50,000 watts in the middle of the dial. Believe me, I know that station like the palm of your ass because I used to work at WINZ. That once upon a time was one hell of a radio station. It ain't no more. Thanks to Paxton and Cheap Channel putting that thing in the dumper and basically wiping it off the map. And they went WRFX. Remember that? Fox Sports and Stu Gotts and Stu this and all this other crap? How did that do? That's still on there? No, now it's Scare America with your girlfriend. Yeah, that's how well that did. And now the same thing with these fakers and shakers across the street there with Dennis Collins and his, leasing the station out to a bunch of guys with some money. Hey, take all the money they got, Dennis, okay? Just bleed it out of them, just like the Dolphins are doing. Until that goofball can't bleed anymore. Joel Feinberg, my ass. I think you ought to change his name, too, because Dick Feinberg's a good friend of mine and a good guy over there at Pompano. He resents the fact that there's a Joel Feinberg. No relation, by the way, I'm sure of that. Although Dick probably wouldn't mind some of that money. Everybody, we're going to talk their way into it. We're going to kick your ass, and we're going to show us forget about show us the money. They got the money. Show us the numbers, okay? You can't talk your way to numbers. You can't con the public into believing that you're where it's happening. Because when you listen, you think we got bad stuff on the air. At least I admit it. At least I'll tell you, we got some crap on the air that I'm humiliated and degraded by it. It's unbelievable. Just wait till after the Marlin game today. You'll hear hours of it. Well, I mean, what is that? And you talk to Clarabelle about it, and he acts like he's like the petrified forest, like he's frozen in suspended animation. Does he wear suspenders, by the way?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, I'm shocked, because he always seems to me like he's in suspended animation. Oh, we can't do that, and we can't say that. And Joyce says, but do you like me? Do you like me so far? Am I okay? He's just a friendly guy. He wants to be loved. That's all. Is that so bad? What's wrong with that? He wants to be loved.
Where is the love?
Yeah, that's right. Where is the love? Who did Mo for this station? Greg Reed or Clarabelle? No comment. 973 votes on there. We got 4 for Schmidt finally, 14 for Hostile, 2 for Nasty, and 1 for Anal. I don't want to say anal. 1 for Anal. In fact, when you go to Amsterdam and you check the canals,
yeah,
you notice that they all have, all year round, they've all got that same really dirty brown color. Don't fall in the canals. If you get real stoned, which you will, but don't be careful. Don't go stumbling into one of them canals.
Okay.
It'd be kind of a Schmitty experience. Speaking of that, according to a poll at the ArmyTimes.com, a majority of Army Times, keep that in mind, a majority of respondents believe that Don Rumsfeld should resign, according to Raw Story. This is a good website, Raw Story. I keep saying that every day, and because it is. At the time of this writing, 2,985 readers voted in the latest Army Times poll. 1,889, 63.25% agree that the U.S. war effort is grounds for Secretary Rumsfeld to resign. 33% voted no, and 100 had no opinion. There's always going to be a bunch of people. Oh, whatever the question is today really Wednesday? I don't know. In a poll taken shortly after reports of prison abuse at the Abu Ghraib prison came out in 2004, a plurality of readers agreed that Rumsfeld and Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General Richard Myers should not keep their jobs in light of the allegations. At the time, 44.5% thought they should both go, 41% said they ought to stay, and 9% said just Rumsfeld should go. The full text of the current question on Rumsfeld on that website, armytimes.com. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld has come under fire in recent weeks from a variety of retired generals, 8 by the way, who say he ought to resign for his performance in managing the war in Iraq. Do you think the U.S. war effort is grounds for Secretary Rumsfeld to resign? 63.25% say yes. 33.33% no, and 3.5% are like, blah, 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 like that. Must have been in South Florida. I'm sorry, Matt. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. We got 37 minutes, not that we're counting, okay? Got my clothes on. In a moment I have my shoes on. I was right about that call. I checked it during the break. It's for my lady friend at Fallsview.
Were they giving you a free room or something?
Free room, free meals. What's wrong with that? You know, for years I was a bigger schmuck than I am now. Really? If I could tell you how much I used to plunge out there in Vegas and I was just too nice of a guy, just an idiot. Never asked to get comped. In the meantime, guys who were spending much less than I was are getting comped, beautiful rooms, all their meals, and I'm out there plunging my guts and spending that money.
Well, I'm thinking we should do those broadcasts out there again that I never got to be a part of.
Broadcasts out where?
Didn't you used to broadcast from Vegas?
No. You're confusing me with a humper? You got to be fair. Not that bad, am I?
Maybe we should do that. That'd be a good idea.
I don't want to go to Vegas.
Sure you do. You can play the slots.
No, I do not. I do not want to go to Vegas. See, I got it down now where if you're a regular at a place, you get to the point where you kind of figure certain things out. Like the guy a week ago Sunday they were coming down early in the morning. Here's a guy playing the Wheel of Fortune on the dollar machine, and he gets 500 on the line. And I said to myself, that machine didn't pay all day yesterday and all the time I was down here. That machine's starting to pay now. It's going to be the jackpot machine, man. And I'm sitting there just out of the corner of my eye, I'm waiting and waiting. Like the piranhas, you know, like the what the hell are those? The vultures. Yeah, that's what I call them. The vultures that stand over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Wait for you to lose. And so I waited for him to get off there. He got a spin. He got a little more. And then he finally punched the thing they got the ticket. Thank God, no coins there. They got no coins, just the tickets, like a real place. And he took his ticket, he ran, and I flew over there, man. I told you this story already. It's boring, but I put in a 50, and within 5 minutes, I had 1,500 on the line because I got the good machine.
I love that.
Vegas, much more difficult. Vegas is just more, I don't know, just too big and too much and too far. I like Vegas, but it's too damn far. Why the hell do I want to go to Vegas when, in fact, I had a friend of mine came up from down there for that trip a weekend ago, and he said he didn't want to go to Vegas anymore. He'd rather go to Niagara. Why would you want to fly all the way out there? It's almost like going to Europe. If you're going to go to Vegas, why not go to Amsterdam? What?
You're comparing the flight to Las Vegas to the flight to Amsterdam?
The flight, it all depends. See, that's another bad thing about being in Miami. No matter where you're going, it's that much longer because it's so far. That peninsula down there sticks way down in the Caribbean, and it's like an extra. Like from here to Amsterdam, one flight I made it 5 hours and 45 minutes.
Really?
From down there, it's like an extra 2 hours because you got to fly all the way up north along the east coast and then, up and then down, up and down, up and down. You know that. So it's 2 hours further from South Florida. It's a schlep. So why the hell would I want to fly 5 hours to Vegas when I can get on a plane and go 5.5 hours and go to Europe?
Oh, you got to make a hell of a remote.
What? We tried doing a couple shows from Amsterdam when Bob Vermouth put together that horseball studio over there. Boy, I tell you, that's the epitome of Beasley Broadcasting. Was the half-assed job he did there. The poor engineer they hired over there, he was ready to kill himself by the time Vermouth left, and then he leaves and nothing is working. You know, he just finally got frustrated and left. And I remember trying to. That was back when I wasn't taking calls, you know. But Rimmer, we had Rimmer call in one day, see if I could take a call, you know. Hey, Neil, how you doing? Is that her? It sounded like he was under the Atlantic. Not calling on the line through the Atlantic, but like he was under it, which is not a bad idea. Here's one that says, from Jack, listening online, not able to call. You're right, Marona is not a bad word. It's like Madonna Mia. It's just the way it's pronounced that sounds that way. I've been listening since the WIOD days, living in Illinois. Thank you, Jack. See, there's Jack. Used to be in South Florida. Now he's in Illinois. How do you like that, Matt? This guy got out. He said, Marron. Isn't that a Chevy dealer? Here's Jose says. Jose Solomon?
Oi!
I was born and raised in Miami. I'm glad I got out about 5 years ago, says Jose. Best thing I ever did. I listen to you every day on the web. Your show kicks serious ass and it's free. I say no to XM and Sirius. Nice going, Jose. You provide a free public service and lots of comedy. Keep up the good work. About Miami being a dynamic city, the people are rude, obnoxious. The drivers on the roads are unacceptable. I'm Cuban myself, but I could no longer live in that pile of cow manure. Please tell Matt, get his thumb out of his big ass. P.S. Add rude and obnoxious to the poll. Love you. Love you, Jose. Happy Sukkot. No, that's a long way. Happy Simchas Torah. Do we want to put rude and obnoxious on there? Why the hell not? More choices for the public out there. Rude and obnoxious. Two separate ones. Don't put them together now. Don't lump them. And we realize that our listeners are all great. Right. Well, most of them. Just some of the callers tend to be a little, but that's true anywhere. It's just that we have an overabundance of them. Oh, we got 999. Aren't you excited about that? That means if I refresh it again, the next vote on the poll could be the 1,000th vote. There it is. Now, if we only knew who it was, we'd give them a big prize. But we have no way of knowing, do we? Here, whoever that was, we're going to send you an imaginary $1 million in cash, okay? So have an imaginary good time, imaginarily spending it, right? Right. Well, how the hell are we going to know who it was? But we got 1,000 votes, and it's only 113. How do you like that, Matt? And most of those people aren't too happy with what's going on. In addition to which, most of the people on this poll don't live in downtown Miami and don't want to go to downtown Miami, don't want any part of downtown Miami. How do you like that, schmuck? Although, of course, the one nice thing about Miami Arena is when you parked, if you parked out on the street. I remember I valet parked twice, and both times they smashed up my Corvettes twice. Is that right? Yes, that's a true story. Well, not real bad, just enough to get you aggravated.
Well, it's a little safer than parking, regularly.
Yeah, but when you park out on the street, then you walk past some real savory people there on the streets surrounding the arena, the old White Elephant Arena. And then, of course, the good part of it is it's only a block from the Camilla's house. That's the good part. 114 at 560 WQAM. But then again, that's in a long-distant past. I'm out of touch, maybe next time I'm down there, I'm going to go to downtown Miami and hang out. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
I've been telling you for years to call 1-800-MATTRESS whenever you need a bed. They can deliver within a 2-hour window that you pick when it's convenient for you, when your ass is going to be home. They have a knowledgeable bedding consultant that's going to talk to you and lots more. Now, here's another reason to call. We want to congratulate our good friends at Dial a Mattress because this week we got a press release from the New England branch of the Better Business Bureau. That's where the headquarters are located. The Better Business Bureau gave out their annual Torch of Excellence Awards, and Dial a Mattress won it again. It's the third straight year that they won it based on honesty, integrity, ethics, and all the markets they serve from Maine to Miami, even downtown Miami. So there's so many places you could buy a mattress, but if you want to get ripped off, go to those bedding and department stores. If you want the best price, the best delivery deal, and the best deal all the way around, just make that one easy call. Because when you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you know you're going to be talking with a company you can trust. Choose from Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns, and Foster Hewitt. He can do it. Check out mattress.com for all the styles and sizes. Do what I've been doing for years, and all the smart folks at QM are doing, and some of the ones not too bright, too. Even they caught on. Call the number one choice in bedding, Dial a Mattress. Save a lot of gas. Don't be schlepping all over town. Just sit there on your fat ass, save the gas, make the one easy call. 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRESS. Leave out the last S because it stands for stupendous, sensational savings.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QA. Solid. Rogers. Sport Hole Radio 560 WQAM presents Two Broadcast Dynamo, Geldie and Wenny.
Hey, everybody, it's Geldie. Joining me on the show today is none other than the Prince of Pipes, Wenny Martin. Come on over here. Sit close to me, Wenny. There we go.
Wow. Elevator. The boy the elevator. Elevator.
Got stuck in the elevator.
Yeah. And I got quite a property there.
Because it lost your gardens, didn't it?
I was scared. Good thing I'm big and strong.
How'd you get out of there?
Well, they call it on the quality monitor. You can see it on there. Look, watch it. That was me.
Okay. Wow, you are big and strong.
Yeah, but I'm bigger and stronger than you.
I work out like Jackie Wilson, baby. Work out, baby. Come on, baby, work out.
Oh, I kick your ass. Want to see?
You ain't got nothing on me, pal.
Here.
Oh, I thought Mo was bad.
Oh, he's going to kick your ass. As a matter of fact, I got all these cute drop-ins that I didn't have time. Not that I didn't have time, I just didn't figure I would use these a lot, but I guess I better.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, wait a minute. Just relax now. I'm getting a little old to be that.
I kick your ass.
There you go.
I kick your ass.
Right, and then, of course, there's also...
I'm thinking Swan.
That's Winnie. That's Winnie Martinez.
I'm thinking Swan.
Right.
I'm the decider.
Okay, that's enough. So there's a few little drop-ins. Something to look forward to, huh? Something that Matt can write down his arm. Remember to be tuning in just for those things. On the Out of Touch Neil Rogers Show here on QM, where we're 25 minutes away from the Marlin pregame show.
Oh!
I can't believe that. And I'm got a little reciprocal in between my cheek and gum. You put a little pinch between your cheek and gum.
Rectum.
No, not that cheek. Yeah, you ever be around people that chewing tobacco?
Yeah, I actually have some friends that do it. I don't get it. But,
oh, man, that is the nastiest. And then bad enough people that smoke the faggots, get the yellow and then the brown teeth, they get progressively darker and darker. But people that chaw on that stuff, and they got that, you think it might be pepperoni juice drool, but it's not. It's tobacco juice drool. Oh, brother. Got that brown drool down the side of their cheek. Not good.
No.
1,014 votes on the poll. Nasty's got 4. Schmidt's got 5. That's bad. Now, that's a real shot. Obnoxious 1, rude 1, and Anil has got 1. Anil. You ever see the... How about the Welland Anil?
Can't say I have.
Niagara Falls, the Welland Canal. There's a real landmark for you. That's why I'm up here. I want to see the Welland Canal. This guy, oh yeah, if the shopping, there's 5 million people live in the GTA in the Greater Toronto Area. I guarantee you there's not one person who lives anywhere near here because the Eaton Center is a big mall in downtown Toronto. I mean, do you want to live in Sunrise because I do happen to live out there, as you know, but do you want to live in Sunrise because the Sawgrass Mall is out there?
Oh, what an attraction it is, though.
God, I mean, I don't know how I could pass a deal like that. And then, of course, starting this summer, if you go to a Panther game, or an event at the arena, because there aren't no Panther games in the summertime, but any event at the arena, and you park over there at the Sawgrass, they're going to charge you just to walk on the property there at Alan Cohen's joint.
That's right.
Even though, of course, the people of Broward supposedly have something to say about that, but nevertheless, they're going to charge you just an entrance fee, just for the honor of walking on their property. That, of course, plus paying admission to go see whatever you're going to see. WQAM, hello.
Hey, can I speak to Neil?
Speaking.
I have a question about for your poll.
Yep.
I was thinking you should make a poll maybe that says, should Neil extend his contract?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the answer is no.
No? And also, what about what's this pepperoni juice you keep talking about? Like, I don't know what that is.
Go eat a pizza and you'll find out. 5670560, pound 560. He was one of those people that we didn't have room for on the poll because I didn't know how to spell like that. But I'll figure it out. I'm going to do my work over the coming weekend. I'll do some research on how you spell, and then we'll put it on there just for him.
Okay.
What is that pepperoni juice drool anyway? 5670560. Come on, we want to hear from all you happy people in downtown Miami, man. You people that are getting ready to hop on the old people mover.
Tell us how great it is.
Tell us how fantastic it is and all the attractions that we're all missing, all of us people that vamoosed to Broward years ago. I mean, I left Kendall. I mean, my God, it's got to be like 100 years ago since I got over there because even back then the traffic was so congested you couldn't drive from your house to like 4 blocks away.
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one thing why I would never, ever live in Dade County is the traffic. The congestion is it's just insane. I mean, Broward, and especially about 595, every time they build a road in Broward, it's obsolete before they finish building it. And 595 can't carry the traffic that it's supposed to, especially during rush hour. But nevertheless, Kendall, you couldn't even drive. You drive from your house to the supermarket and back without just a massive Sunset and Kendall Drive. Just craziness. Plus, of course, nobody's speaking English, but that's beside the point. See? WQAM, hello.
Hey, was I home?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, I work in downtown Miami a little bit.
Yes.
And I think it's great. And the reason I think so is because it's basically a ghost town. There's nothing happening down there.
Oh.
I lived on Miami Beach. I got to say, I love Miami Beach, but I moved to Hollywood for financial reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm seriously considering suicide.
Hollywood, that's a place for dead people.
I don't understand why people like Broward. I mean, it's all the traffic and idiocy was no calls, no nothing up here.
No, I would agree with that, but they only like Broward as compared to Dade. They don't like Broward so much, based in general, but compared to Dade, they love it.
Well, Miami Beach or bust, I would say, but, then you got to pay for it if you want to live that way. So what can you do? Downtown Miami's great, though. It's no lines, no people, no nothing.
I'll see you downtown. Okay, I'll see you right by the Camilla's house. I'll be panhandling down there. 5670560, pound 560 in the Verizon Singular wireless lines, man. It's paradise. I know somebody else who said it was paradise. Well, he sure found out. He took a turn for the worst. WQAM, hello.
Neil God.
Speaking.
Just like to say thanks. I got myself the Flavor Wave. It's one of the best things I ever bought.
I use it every day. Just about every day of my life.
You can actually put something frozen that comes out cooked and...
Yeah, try putting something frozen like that in the microwave, right.
Oh, yeah, right. And coming off soggy. Oh, that's the best thing I ever bought. Just a question. I need to find out the pasta you guys were pitching. Yeah,
do you ever check our website?
No, unfortunately.
Well, why not? Don't you have a computer?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you check our website? Come on, don't be that lazy, man.
Okay, I'll check it out.
NeilRogers.com, and if you go under the poll, there's an ugly picture of Josh in a really surly-looking mood, and under that is Dreamfield's low-carb pasta. Okay, it's good stuff, man. It's just like regular pasta. Okay, good luck to you. I mean, it's not a sponsor or anything, in spite of what some of these people... Well, why would you put it on there? Because I'm trying to do like a public service, okay?
Gotta make it run of the
bowl.
bowl.
Flavor Wave wasn't a public sponsor either, okay? Try to do something good, and right away they're impugning your motives. Like, I really need the extra cash to take it under the table for pasta. Oh, God, get a life. Get a life. But that's typical, South Florida, everything is like got to be some scam. Yeah, well, what's in it for you? Not even a box of free pasta. How do you like that? In my kitchen, I got like 2 cabinets almost full with boxes of that stuff, and paid for every one, by the way, and a lot of shipping charge too, shipping up the nose. Speaking of up the nose, don't forget a lot of Geldie after the ball game today. Let's get ready for that ball game. There we go. In fact, maybe I can get one of these deals that's about 15 minutes long. But I don't think so. 5670560. Don't forget this Saturday, baby. It's the big moment in South Florida. It's the highlight. That should tell you a lot about life in South Florida. It's QM's NFL draft party. Jimmy Syphilis will not be there. Joe Rose will not be there. The Juice will not be there. Stu Gatz will not be there. Eat your hearts out, okay? A lot of those guys wish they could be there.
Yeah,
it's the big QAM NFL draft party with the Mad Dog, Jim Mandich, at Hooters and Pembroke Pines. Join the Mad, and of course Dan LeBastard won't be there either. Join the Mad Dog along with Joe Zagacki. Well, like I said, and did they go? He is really
rock solid.
For all your draft day coverage, join him at Hooters and Pembroke Pines for QM's NFL draft party this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. presented by Heineken. So when you go to Amsterdam, you'll go to the Heineken brewery. They have tours every day. They give you like some free samples.
I don't like Heineken. I like Heineken Light.
I think what you really meant to say was you love Heineken.
Light.
You love Heineken. I want you to say it again.
Love Heineken.
Okay. Spend a lot of money on this radio station. We love Heineken. Anyway, Freddie Heineken was he was the founder, I guess, of the whatever. And he built the Hotel Euro. I think that's the name of it. Big, very expensive hotel. And there used to be, well, there still is a place called Freddie's Pub. He died a couple of years ago, Freddie. He's still dead. But no, you can take a tour there. In fact, you can go see my second apartment, the one that was unsanitary, and the bedrooms were downstairs with all the big spiders and stuff and cobwebs. Is that right? And the bad air, the polluted air. Yeah, you can go down there and see that. WQAM, hello.
Aren't you tired of whining like a...
WQAM, hello.
I'm at McDonald's.
Okay, good. 2 for 2. Let's see if we can go for a clean sweep, if we can strike out like the Marlins. QAM.
Hey, yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, get a real phone. Fine. It seems like a lot of these people are fading away, you know.
Oh, just the last 3.
Buddy Holly is singing Not Fade Away. Come on, between now and we got only 60 minutes, the next 60 minutes, let's get like 1 or 2 real calls on there. Here's the challenge for you. 5670560 and pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hello, sir. How are you this afternoon?
Good.
Whatever happened to that orange Phil Scandriato, Phil Harvey Jr.? Whatever happened to him?
Whatever happened to him?
Yeah, we lost contact with him. He was at Deltona for a while.
Yeah. We lost contact. Maybe got run over by a Mack truck or something. That would make George happy.
They hated each other like poison.
Oh, I don't know what that was all about, but boy, a great hate.
I think they really had the hots for each other, but neither one of them could admit it.
That could be it. They both had that same pasty look.
Okay, Woody, out.
Okay. How do you like that? That was Woody doing he had a Midas muffler over his mouth. Could you tell that was him?
No, I couldn't.
I sure couldn't. And he actually had something to say there. Now, I mean, almost, as close as ever in history. Nice going there, Woody. Maybe you too could join the human race.
I have no life.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, my feet stink.
No. Tell George he's a foot guy. QAM, hello.
Yes, Neil, question.
Yes.
Out of the 4 million subscribers, Stern guy, how many you think came from South Florida?
About 30, man.
I haven't got it. How would I know that?
If you had to guess.
I couldn't possibly guess. I wouldn't know.
Just give me a number. Just a number.
Say 500,000.
Okay, that's good.
And?
Thanks.
Okay. How about 3 million? I mean, tell me what you call back and tell me what you want. Do you want a high number? Do you want a low number? How about 5 million? Sirius and XM, baby. They remind me of the guys across the street. They're talking a big game, but they're losing their ass. Their stock is in the crapper, and they pretty much maxed out on that whole deal. And they found that most of Howard's people signed up ahead of time or right when he first went on, and now it's kind of like a slow trickle,
Kind of died down a little.
Yeah, kind of really died down. And also, especially since all that big publicity was going on there, that big scam, it's kind of like died down. But I'm sure glad that guy brought it up again. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? Listen, I have a question for you. Were you the one who put up on your website the thing about the company taking over the internet?
Yes.
Let me ask you, has that come to a vote already, or, what's going on with that?
No.
Well, I certainly hope that those guys don't get their hands on that. That's the last free domain we have as far as being able to reach out and get some information.
It's the most read story on our website today, as a matter of fact. You're not going to like who's taking over the internet.
Oh, boy. Oh, let's go Democrats, please.
Good luck to you, Pally. Good luck. See, the only problem is when he says, let's go Democrats, it's like the FCC. The Republicans and Democrats are exactly the same. They believe in censorship, and they don't believe in free speech no more. And let's see, where do we have that? I guess there's the 10 worst corporations. I could start reading that and be in the 5th inning and still be reading. Where the hell is it, Josh? Here you go. Congress is giving away the internet, and you won't like who gets it. It's just too long. That's the reason I didn't, some of these stories are just too long. But I can capsulize it for you. We got 13 minutes, right?
Yes, we do.
We got No, we actually don't, because
we
got
the
break.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got 9 minutes. So I think what we'll do is we'll do the break now. We don't want to infringe on that Marlin time, boy. It's one thing to go a few seconds over on Geldie time or when Mo was on, or stuff like that. But when the Marlins are on, when we got the sanctity of sports on the air, we don't mess around with that. That's why we back time with that music, so just to make sure we don't run over. Our cup runneth over, but we don't want the show to run over. In addition to which, 3 hours and 45 minutes of this crap is more than enough. I'm proud of myself. I just patted myself on the back.
Why's that?
Because when I came in this morning and started talking to you, I thought, how the hell am I going to do 4 hours today? My throat was ill, and I was like, I'm just at the ass end of the flu, I guess.
But you just kept telling yourself you're going to be gambling later today, and you just got all better.
No, I just worked my way through it. Don't you know how that is? Sometimes you feel like crap, but you work your way through it, and all of a sudden you surprise even yourself.
That's right.
No?
Oh, sure.
27:02 at QM. Don't forget, stay tuned after the ball game. We got hours and hours. Nobody else has got that. Anyway, we hope you've tried the pizza and pasta at John the Baker's because it's the best in South Florida. John the Baker is so good that you're just not going to believe how fantastic the prices are. Very low family prices. Big portions. Everything is cooked fresh to your order. The best Italian restaurant this side of University Drive. And now with 2 great locations for you, you'll find John the Baker, brand new in the Sterling Town Center on Sterling Road, just west of Pine Island and Cooper City, and the classic John the Baker in Pembroke Pines, just west of Flamingo Road, the Home Depot Center on prestigious Pines Boulevard. The food is delicious, huge portions, like I said, of all your favorite home-style Italian delights, some of the best pizza you've ever had in your life. And like I also told you and tell you every day, with their low prices, you can take the whole family for lunch and dinner and stay well within your budget. And when you go into John the Baker or call, be sure to ask for the Neil Deal. Mention my name or Duff is going to cry like a baby. Please, the Neil Deal. It's a large 16-inch pizza, half dozen garlic rolls, and 2 fountain cokes, only $14.75. Take out or dine in tonight. For takeout in Pembroke Pines, call 431-4315, or in Cooper City, it's 954-252-0091. John's been in town for over 30 years now. Let me say
About 30, man.
just like me. And all that time has been serving up unbeatable Italian food. Pizza, pasta, veal, chicken, parmesan, sausage, and peppers, all your favorite subs. John the Baker, the best in South Florida. Don't forget, ask for that Neil deal.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM. Bill, it's Queer Eye for the Soprano Guy.
So we should do a little fashion show.
Watch it, buddy. You watch it, cupcake.
Watch the queer guys make over the mob guys.
You live like a slob, man.
Give him a break, will you?
Let's go take a look at your couture. I just can't wait any longer.
All bets are off.
See a side of the Sopranos you've never seen.
When he shared himself, and that rough exterior got chipped away. What's not to love?
An emotional man.
Excellent.
Watch what happens when Carson and the boys see Tony Soprano's firearm.
Oh, dear God, it's huge.
Well, you gonna argue with me now?
It's Queer Eye for the Soprano Guy. Don't miss it.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers, queers.
21 till 2 at QAM. Anyway, we got the ball game coming. Pregame in 6 minutes. I better read fast, huh?
Read it.
Art. You are brutal. Art Brodsky. Who the hell is Art Brodsky anyway? It doesn't even say here. I don't have time to bother with that. Congress is giving away the Internet, and you won't like who gets it. Congress is going to hand the operation of the Internet over to AT&T, Verizon, and Comcast. Democrats are helping, and it's a shame. See, I told that guy, so don't just blame the Republicans. They're all a bunch of crooks. Don't look now, but the House Commerce Committee next Wednesday, let's see, what's the day? I think that's today, is the vote. Is likely to vote to turn control of the Internet over to AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, Time Warner, and what's left of the telecommunications industry. It'll be one of those stories the mainstream media writes about as little notice because they haven't covered it. On the surface, it may seem a stretch to think that those companies could control the great, wide, infinite Internet. After all, the incredible diversity of the net allowed everything, websites, services of all kinds, to exist in perfect harmony. Let me ask you one thing.
I hear voices.
Okay. What's more, they were all delivered to your screen without any interference by the companies that carried bits to and fro. Until recently, they had to. It was the law. The telephone companies, which carried all of the web traffic until relatively recently, had to treat all of their calls alike without giving any website or service favor treatment over another. The result was today's Internet, which developed as a result of billions of dollars of investments, from the largest Internet company that spent millions on software and networking to the one person with a blog who spent a few $100s on a laptop. The Internet grew into a universal public resource because the telephone and cable companies simply transported the bits. Last fall, however, the FCC, backed by the U.S. Supreme Court, decided that the high-speed Internet services offered by the cable and telephone companies didn't fall under that law, the Communications Act. Out the window went the law that treated everyone equally. Now, with broadband, we're in a new game without rules. Telephone and cable companies own 98% of the high-speed broadband networks the public uses to go online for reading news, shopping, listening to music, posting videos, or any of the thousands of other uses developed for the Internet. But that isn't enough. They want to control what you read, see, or hear online. The companies say that they'll create premium lanes on the Internet for higher fees and give preferential access to their own services and those who can afford extra charges. The rest of us will be left to use an inferior version of the Internet. Admittedly, it hasn't become a problem yet, but to think it won't become one is to ignore 100 years of history of anti-competitive behavior by the phone companies, and it was a mere 6 weeks or so from the time the FCC issued its ill-fated decision to the time when Ed Whitaker, the CEO of then SBC, now AT&T, issued his famous manifesto attacking Google and other websites for using my pipes for free, he said. They don't, by the way. Here's the inside the deal. A couple of weeks ago, a courageous band of legislators tried to stop the madness in subcommittee. Ed Markey, Rick Boucher, Anna Eshoo, and Jay Inslee proposed some good language to protect the Internet. For their troubles, they just got 4 more votes other than their own. Just 3 Democrats, other than the sponsors, voted for it. Only 1 Republican voted for it. When we talk about special interest giveaways, this one will be at the top of the list, and we won't only have Republicans to blame, is what he said. There you go. That's the bad news, okay? I wonder what Al Gore thinks for the stealing of his Internets.
He'll be in that new movie.
I beg your pardon?
Al Gore in that new movie.
Yeah, in his new movie. They're going to strap him to a board and prop him up in a plane, in a prop jet. Maybe that's why they call it a prop jet. You ever think about that? So I told you it was like 48 before. It's 56 degrees. The sun is shining. We're going to be 60-ish this afternoon. I told you that. You didn't believe me. Very nice. 56, a perfect. In fact, there's a big sign outside my window. It says, "What a perfect day for Woodbine."
About 88 here with humidity, about 95.
Keep it. Except in downtown Miami, where it's always 72 and balmy. Kind of like Iraq, it's always balmy. Marlin pregame coming up. Then we got the Marlins and the Cubs from Wrigley Piggly Field in Chicago. And then we got Geldie for hours and hours and hours. Eddie K at 10 tonight.